That's the sound of passion.
They can't hear.
This place rocks.
A loud statement from the Pacific Northwest's fiery fan base has set the standard for decibel levels.
There's the fireworks that the faithful have wanted.
But the Renegades ride into Seattle looking to make a roaring statement of their own.
Oh, what a hit!
And the only thing louder than a rambunctious link? A silence. Dallas is ready to tell 30,000 people to sit down and be quiet. So what are we going to hear today?
Wow, what a play! Electrifying!
It's the Renegades and the Dragons, right now on Fox.
Hey man, who's living with their family right now while we out here? Nobody. This is the family. Family strong, family gonna eat. Everybody sticking this thing together, we about to roll.
Pitching game on the road, right? All right, all day long. Great focus, great intensity. All right, everything's got to be earned, all right? Fight for it and earn it. Be physical, be tough, all right? Let's have a great game.
Bob Stoops and the Dallas Renegades are ready to go into the Dragons' lair as they visit the Seattle Dragons here in Week 3 of the XFL on Fox. Come on into the broadcast booth to stay a while, folks. I'm Kurt Menafield alongside Joel Klatt. Brock Hewitt will be with us in just a bit. You ready for this again, brother?
I'm ready. Listen, it was so exciting here last week when we were here in Seattle with the crowd noise and the enthusiasm. I can't wait to repeat it.
They're expecting a big group again today. Right now, though, we're going to talk a little football. And you take a look at these two teams, each coming off a big win last week, primarily because of the way they played in the second half, and specifically for Dallas, the way they played in the fourth quarter against L.A.
And this is a team that a lot of us thought was going to be one of the contenders in this league, and then they promptly went out there week one without their true starter Landry Jones and lost to St. Louis. Last week, though, it was much different in the fourth quarter. They finally got their legs under them, and those legs were Cameron Artist-Payne running the football for this Hal Mummy high-octane air raid offense. He was sensational, over 80 yards in that fourth quarter. That settled Landry Jones down. He was much better and ultimately threw for over 300 yards. That's the first 300-yard passing game that we've seen here in this young XFL season. I expect them to be much more in rhythm as an offense, in particular Landry Jones here today.
Offense got Dallas going last week. For Seattle, it was all about the defense and this home crowd. I guess they're used to that here in Seattle.
I was going to say, if it was anything else, the faithful would have been like, hey, what is this, right? But yeah, the defense, Kurt, was absolutely spectacular last week against the Vipers. 4 sacks, 3 interceptions, and Marcel Frazier capped it off with this unreal play, jumping up, grabbing that screen pass, and then taking it to the house for a little pick 6 right there. This defense, I think, is going to have to play well again today. 1, because their offense has had trouble a little bit so far in this season, and 2, because Dallas found their rhythm last week.
Time to go to Brock Hewitt, but in a different capacity right now. A cool tradition is lighting the cauldron here at CenturyLink. He gets the honors right now. Grew up outside Seattle in Puyallup, went to the University of Washington, played for the Seahawks, and now gets to light the cauldron and get the Dragon crowd going to start off this game. How cool is that for you, Brock?
Well, Kurt, I've seen this stadium from a lot of different views. I've not seen it from this one. It is, it's electric, and we experienced it last week, right? We saw the impact these fans had on that game, and I'm anxious to see the Renegades try to handle it. Landry Jones handle this environment, and that was quite a treat. Thanks.
We are impressed you didn't set anything other than the cauldron on fire.
That's right. There was some bets going on in the truck and in the booth, and you come out on top, my friend.
Hey, speaking of the weather here in Seattle, 48 degrees. It is February. Light winds, no rain at least as of now, and not much in the forecast at least until after this game is done. The betting line provided by Fox Bet right now has the Dallas Renegades as the favorites by 4.5 points. Over-under at 40.5 points. And keep in mind, each weekend you can win money by playing XFL Super 6. Just download the Fox Sports Super 6 app and play for free for your chance to win $10,000. All right, as we get ready to kick it off, one of the cool things we have seen here, and one of the things that's gotten really the most buzz, Joel, is the kickoff rule in the XFL.
Every coach, when I ask them, hey, what's your favorite little nuance change to the rules, they mention this kickoff. And I'm expecting, as this season grows, that we're going to start to see little wrinkles from these special teams plays, some reverses, things like that. Let's see if we've got anything dialed up for these two.
All right, Austin Walker gets it started for Dallas, and he's rocked right at the 30-yard line. And so that's where we will get our first look at Dallas led by Landry Jones, and you mentioned 300 yards passing, particularly sharp in the fourth quarter last week.
Here is really one of the faces of the XFL, and he has been a long-time NFL backup for Pittsburgh. He signed here with his old college head coach, Bob Stoops, and he was injured in the very first play of the very first practice, and so he did not have much time to get ready. That's in large part why he struggled early last week against Los Angeles, but as he got more comfortable, you could tell he settled in and played very well.
And had a full week of practice. Starts with a little shuffle pass to get the game begun. Lance Dunbar, the former Dallas Cowboy, with a short pickup.
And their backs overall, Kurt, are a couple of guys that they really like. Lance Dunbar, you saw right there. Cameron Artis-Payne, who had the big fourth quarter. He's going to be in the ball game right now, number 34. That offensive line they really believe in, but make no mistake, this How Mummy offense, the air raid offense, they want to put the ball up.
Out of the backfield, Artis-Payne around the corner, but not much more. Out of bounds right across the 35, maybe at the 36.
And this Seattle defense, as we mentioned already, played so well. They fly around, swarm to the football. They're very good in terms of their structure, knowing where they need to be lined up and then rallying up and making the tackle. The guy I want to draw your eye to, number 59, Steven Johnson. He's a guy who played his college football at Kansas. He leads the XFL right now in total tackles with 19.
Movement early here on third down. Will stop.
Looks like the defense kind of drew the offense off there. I feel like this one probably is encroachment.
False start. Offense number 65. 5-yard penalty, still third down.
The movement certainly took place on the defensive line. Now, if he didn't get into the neutral zone, then the offense then can't move. That's a tough one for Alex Balducci, number 65, because the defensive line certainly moved. They flinched. And that's what drew Balducci off. And remember now, Brock already mentioned it, the crowd noise. It was a factor last week for Tampa, and it's already now a factor for Dallas.
Yeah, this is a long third down now. 3rd and 9. Play clock. Ran out on him. Did they get a timeout?
Delayed game.
No.
Offense. 5-yard penalty, still third down.
All right, so they had a 3rd and 4. They got a false start, and now a delay of game, and suddenly what was a very manageable situation and a good start to this ball game is going the wrong way.
Yep, crowd noise an issue already. First series of the game.
Still looking to get it to the 40. Out of the backfield, absolutely nowhere to go. Steven Johnson wrapping up Cameron Artis-Payne almost as quickly as he got the football.
And this is just an excellent job. Watch as Steven Johnson's in man coverage. And here he is right here. He's the linebacker right there. And he's just going to quickly read what's going on. Eyes all over the back, and he just swings right out there. Landry Jones panics a little bit in the pocket there, gets it rid. Maybe a little hair early, but Jim Zorn knows who the real winner of that series was, and that was this crowd with that noise that made it tough on Dallas.
All right, so Drew Gallitz, number 2 in punting in the XFL. Has plenty of leg room, but doesn't get a great kick. Austin Prohl gets wrapped up almost immediately. But still really good starting field position for Brandon Silvers in this Dragons offense.
Brandon Silvers last week had a bum ankle, Kurt, and he did not get many practice reps at all. And then he faced one of the top defenses in the league, at least up to that point, which was that Tampa Bay Vipers defense, which is a very difficult structure to recognize from that back end. So the lack of practice time really affected his play last week. I expect him to be much better today.
Got a full week of practice. And getting an opportunity to start now from the 43-yard line.
Hey, 48. Hey, check it. Sir, go. Blue 80. Blue 80.
False start called on Seattle.
False start. Offense number 81. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
On the tight end, Colin Jeter.
Just trying to use a little bit of a kind of a dummy cadence there, and it drew his own guys off.
Hey, 22 plant, on one, ready? Hey, catch 93. Catch 93. Pop, that's a pop. Hey, here we go. Go. Hey, one up. Blue 80. Blue 80. Hut.
Get it off cleanly this time. Jaquan Gardner, and Gardner's tripped up in the backfield, falls forward. Ray Davison with the stop.
This Seattle offense, among the offensive linemen, big addition this week. Dylan Day back from injury, did not play last week. He's the center right there in the middle. And then in the skill positions, it's really Austin Proehl and Keenan Reynolds. Those are the guys that they really trust in the back end. Keenan Reynolds is the guy that they try to target quite a bit. And here on a second down, I would not be shocked if they go Proehl or Keenan Reynolds right away.
Quick pass, and that's Alonzo Moore instead. Breaks the tackle and picks up a first down.
There's Alonzo Moore, played his college football at Nebraska, and it's just a quick slant. Watch as he sets outside, then he gets inside there, and he beats the corner. That's Treston Deku, played at Oregon State. Easy slant pass for Silvers, and good execution there for a first down.
Gain of 15 yards on the play. Into Dallas territory.
Set. Go. Blue 80. Blue 80. Hut.
Empty backfield. Draw play. Silvers. I don't think that run will go on his highlight reel.
Almost like a busted play. This defense, though, really led by Deron Smith, the safety, number 31, Greer Martini, number 48.
Hey, pro.
And they've got a big job for Chris Woods, the defensive coordinator. He was a coordinator in small college football and an analyst for Stoops at Oklahoma before getting this job.
Worked with him there and was at the University of Kansas the last couple of years. Got the call from Bob Stoops when Stoops got the head coaching job here with the Dallas Renegades. Silvers over the middle and caught by the tight end, Connor Hamlet. And Hamlet going to be about a yard short of the first down marker.
Good series here, good rhythm from Silvers, Jim Zorn, everybody here for Seattle.
F left, 51 Bob. Tribe right, F left, 51 Bob. Snap it when he's moving.
Hey, Georgia, 51 Bob. Hey, 48.
This F left, that's the motion, so he wants him to snap this when the motion is still moving. He doesn't want him to get steady. There he goes, good snap.
And they hand it off. Kenneth Farrell. And Farrell got enough for the first down. And you see, they consider their running backs basically interchangeable.
Yeah, and all three of them ran so well last week in that win over Tampa Bay as they move the chains now, and the faithful are letting them hear how they're playing. Farrell, Williams, Jaquan Gardner, they all had over 10 carries each. And really, Kurt was the catalyst to them coming back along with the defense and getting that win.
Yeah, they ran 50 plays on offense last week. 31 of them were runs. So they don't mind grinding and, I guess we'd be grounding and pounding.
Yeah, ground and pound.
Here's Gardner back in and just lowers his shoulder. Give him 6.
Boy, this run game was so good. Zorn knows it, wants to establish it.
Jim Zorn, the head coach of the Dragons, also calling the plays on offense. As for the third game in a row, his offensive coordinator, Mike Riley, missing because of a family situation.
Hey, push alert. Bingo, go.
Play fake. Silvers pulls it down. Forced to, and he gets a yard on the play, and that's good enough for the first down. Boy, he wanted to throw that, but Deshaun Phillips got right in the throwing lane.
Yeah, the little RPO, and he makes a great decision to pull that ball down, and this defense is going to have to make an adjustment. There's Deron Smith, the safety, and Silvers both mic'd up today.
On one, ready. Jump left. 46. Hey, stop left. Hey, stop left. Yeah. Hey, boss. Hey, boss. Go. Bingo, go.
Gardner, nowhere to go. Maybe about a foot. Asante Brown in there on the stop, and you know, you take a look, we've seen a lot of motion here from their tight ends, moving around. Is this typical for this Jim Zorn offense?
Well, what they're trying to do is really establish that run game, and the way that you do that is you make it difficult on the defense to establish strength. You know, it's really hard when you just come out and you're static and you try to run the football, that allows them to line up, know where you're trying to attack them. Changing that strength is very beneficial to the offense.
Here's Silvers going towards the end zone. Gardner one-hands it, but he was out of bounds, incomplete.
That was just such good coverage by number 48, Greer Martini. Played his college football at Notre Dame. Very good player. Watch here. He's just going to take, and he's going to take the back out of the backfield and man coverage, and then see him how he forces him all the way to the sideline. He used the sideline as an extra defender. There's nowhere to throw the football right there. He's not contacting him. He's just kind of riding him out, using that sideline to his advantage, and he does it beautifully.
Bingo, bingo, go.
On 3rd and 10, Silvers towards the end zone, pro, touchdown Dragons. Austin Pro with the score.
How about this from Brandon Silvers? You talk about some courage to stand in the pocket. He's going to get hit by 3 guys. Watch right here. He's just going to retreat just a hair to his left. And you're going to see 3 Renegades right here come free, and they're going to hit him, and he stands in there tall, delivers a beautiful ball right down the middle of the field, perfectly thrown, and Austin Prohl goes up there and makes a terrific catch in the end zone. That is a quality series on the opening drive of the game for these Seattle Dragons.
And they decide to go for 2. Remember, 1, 2, or 3 points. It's your choice. For the 5-yard line, this will be worth 2 points if they get it. Silvers, quick pass. Broken up, incomplete, intended for Keenan Reynolds. Deron Smith stopped it from happening. So it's a 10-play drive, 57 yards, more than 5 minutes to get it into the end zone. 1 possession, 1 score for the Dragons, and they lead it 6-0. Well, last week it took Brandon Silvers 3 quarters to throw his first touchdown pass. Today, it took him 1 series. Brock?
Your ankle was not bothering you. I know it was. Coach puts in QB draw the first, 10 plays? Tell me about that.
Yeah, I saw it last night on the first 10 plays. I kind of like that because I get hit early in the game. It gets me into the game, so, I didn't mind that.
You also told me I was holding the torch a long time. You weren't holding the ball. Tell me about the touchdown pass.
Well, you had a workout up there holding the torch, so, this is about a touchdown. It was a wide dig, double post, something that L.A. kind of ran last week, and we liked it, so we put it in.
Well done. Great drive.
All right, and so that's how they get the 6-0 lead, and another big hit, this time on special teams. Jaquez Smith laying the wood, the former Tampa Bay Buccaneer.
Woo! I tell you what, man, this Seattle team, they have come to life. Second half last week, defensively, the crowd noise. Check this out right here. Just right in his chest, bam. Wraps him up perfectly.
Yeah, that's Durant Miles, actually. So backed up inside their own 20 at the 18-yard line. Short pass, Cameron Artis-Payne, and Payne gets just across the line of scrimmage and not much more before Steve Williams made the stop.
Hal Mumme, offensive coordinator. Let's see what he's got going. Oh, he called it too quick. I do know that he loves his backs and he loves throwing to his backs. 4 pass attempts on the first 4 plays. Every single one of those targeted a running back so far in this offense.
Here comes the pressure. Lance Dunbar. Short pickup.
Kurt, it's tough to blitz a veteran. Watch as Landry Jones is going to have his eyes to the right side. He sees the blitz and just the route cuts off. It's just a little side adjust. He dumps it over the top and creates a 3rd and short.
And the Seattle crowd starts to make noise. Up top, needing a yard, they don't get it. Tried to connect with his 6'8" tight end, and there's a flag late. Donald Parham, the intended receiver, Jeremy Clark on the coverage.
Pass interference.
Defense number 34. Ball be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Wow. I thought that was pretty good coverage there from Clark. I guess the back judge threw that. It wasn't a side judge, and the back judge from his angle, I would guess, thought that he pulled that left arm back and tried to use that to draw even. But Jeremy Clark, he is playing very well for the Seattle team. He was one of the guys that was a defensive star for them last week, had 2 pass breakups and an interception in that win over the Vipers.
And while every play is reviewable here in the XFL, pass interference is not one of those plays that you can overturn. So a first down from the 47, broken up. There's Steve Williams.
Let's go back to Load Bluff. Load Bluff, blue, Load Bluff.
This air raid system is legendary for its simple play calls. You don't get all that language that you get with other offenses.
How does it help you as a quarterback?
It's just simpler, everything about it. They only have a few number of concepts, which means that you're going to know exactly what your reads are. There's very little to think about, and you can focus on what the defense is doing.
Gives you more time, apparently, at the line of scrimmage to change the play as well. Just getting that one off. To no avail, Lance Dunbar. Hit in the backfield once again, Steven Johnson.
Let's go 61 chair. Open flip, 61 chair.
Dog, Roger. Roger.
Looking for the Seattle 42. Jones underneath, broken up pass was intended for Josh Crockett. Steve Williams with another swat away. This is an interesting situation. This is a 4th down and normally 4th and 14.
Defense number 25. Ball be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Well, I missed the flag. Another pass interference call on the secondary.
Well, and that one he certainly did arrive just a little bit early and contacted the receiver, hindered the receiver's ability to go in and make that catch. And so now a couple of flags that have extended this drive. But now it's the pressure, I think, is still on Dallas. You've got to capitalize on some of these breaks that you're getting and some of the flags that are extending the offensive possession.
Yeah, both those pass interference penalties on 3rd downs. Keeping the drive alive. And here's Cameron Artis-Payne. And he picks up 3 yards on the run.
That run game was so good in the 4th quarter last week.
Tiger.
And I know that the coaching staff wanted to try to feature it earlier in this game, but it's been a lot of Landry Jones so far. This is the team that throws the most passes per game than anybody in the XFL, which is absolutely understandable and expected with a Hal Mummy offense.
And one of the more experienced quarterbacks as well. Here's Jones. Underneath, right at the first down marker. He can get up and run as no one touched Jazz Ferguson as he made the catch.
Brock, I loved that timing from Landry Jones. That ball was out before Jazz broke out of his route, and I think that rhythm that we saw late last week has established itself for Landry already.
Yeah, and I think even getting hit a couple times, Joel, early on this drive, getting hit. You heard Brandon on the other side as a quarterback, and you know this. It can help get you in the game, especially as much as Landry's been out. But yes, much better rhythm.
14 yards and a first down. Jones over the middle. Good move after the catch by Donald Parham, and the big tight end moves the chains again.
I love this guy. Parham is enormous. He's 6'8", 250. He can run, he can move, and how about the agility, Kurt, after the catch? This guy, I think, is a potential star, not only in this league, but maybe in the next league as well.
Only 22 years old, youngest player and tallest player on the team. They go to him again. Why not? He's physical as well. Good yards after the catch. Gain of 8.
Brock, one of the toughest things to do is throw the ball short over the middle, but not when you're throwing to 6'8". Watch as Landry can just dump this off right at his face mask. It's over everybody.
Yeah, he is gigantic. We're watching him in warm-ups. Throw in Jazz Ferguson at the bottom of the field here as well. 6'8", 6'5". You love throwing the big targets.
Jones looking left. Oh, through the hands in and out. Jeff Badette couldn't bring it in.
But that also an Oklahoma product, playing for Bob Stoops, his former head coach, like Landry is. Bob Stoops, head coach here for the Renegades, one of the most successful college football coaches that we've had in the history of that sport. All-time winningest coach at the University of Oklahoma. That's saying something.
Not a bad program to mine players out of either. Here's Jones. Here comes the pressure. Underneath, good job reaching out and pulling it in, Flynn Nagel. And that's good enough for another first down.
Yeah, and I knew it was a matter of time for Landry Jones. Last week was his first playing time in 777 days, and it was a matter of time. You know, the whole storyline of, oh, he struggled. I mean, he hadn't played, he hadn't practiced. This is the rhythm that I was expecting for Landry Jones, and number 12 has established that here early.
11-yard gain. Here comes the blitz. They spot it. Ball pops out after the catch. Sean Price had it, and it looked like he fumbled.
Ruling on the field is an incomplete pass.
But they called it an incomplete pass, and this may be one that the replay booth wants to take a look at.
Yeah, I think that they're going to have to look at this because he's going to have to establish control, then an element of time which allows for a football move. And I think because he bobbled it, Kurt, right away, there wasn't that element of time post-control that would establish him in a posture to make a football move. And so I think that was the correct call.
Here we go towards the end zone. Too high for even the 6'8" Barb.
I like that thought, though. I really like that thought, trying to sneak him just vertically right up the seam of that defense, and Landry just overshot him.
Another third down. Remember, they've gotten pass interference called twice on third downs on this same drive. Play clock winding down. Just got it off. Underneath, pass caught and into the end zone. Nagel with the touchdown. 12-yard score for Bob Stoops and the Dallas Renegades. And they will line up right now, tie game. We'll see if they can take the lead. Flynn Nagel with the touchdown.
What happens here is that you get way too big of a drop from the middle linebacker. It's kind of a Tampa 2 style where he's responsible for the middle, but he vacates that middle of the field. And Flynn Nagel, we saw that play twice during the course of that series, just comes in there, occupies it, and Jones gives him a great ball.
They go for 2. Jones incomplete. Pass broken up by Kyle Cairo, and so each team throws a touchdown pass. Each team misses a 2-point conversion. We're all tied at 6 here early on in this ball game, Seattle and Dallas.
Six here in Seattle after that long touchdown drive. Tell me about that conversation you just had with Hal Mumme. He was saying, hey, don't let them show you, but you want to see what they're doing defensively. So how do you walk that line?
Yeah, there's for sure a fine line. And right now we want to play fast, so I think we're going to go out there and pick up the tempo for sure and not let them dictate to how we're going to play.
But you also continued that rhythm you found in the fourth quarter. Your legs underneath you. How'd that drive feel?
Yeah, that one felt better. I mean, I don't know. I'm starting slow early in games. I just got to get into that rhythm and get going and play faster. I just kind of want those things right now. I don't know. I got to get out of that funk.
Playing with tempo and speed on both sides. Thanks, Landry.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. Flag down on the return by John Santiago. And we'll see what Brandon Silvers can do.
Holding, number 34 in the return team. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down.
So to back them up a little bit. But we saw on that one possession that Seattle had earlier in this game, you know, they got into a rhythm.
Yeah.
Eventually, it took them a couple of plays as well.
And then Silvers, who last week struggled so much throwing the ball 10 or more yards down the field. Last week, he was only 1 of 9. He had that big one to Keenan Reynolds for a touchdown. But other than that, he was 0 for 8. Today, first time down the field, beautiful ball for the touchdown. I'm interested to see if he can continue that rhythm and if they can use the run game to then hopefully, at least for their sake, exploit the down the field coverage. But he certainly seems like he's in a better rhythm here early in this game than he was last week.
And so does Landry Jones. I know he told Brock that he thought he started slow.
I thought he looked great on the last series.
He got heated up pretty quickly if he thought that was a slow start.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Maybe Maybe he just doesn't feel quite like himself yet still after that injury, but he certainly looked good on that last series.
Bingo, bingo, go.
The second time Seattle has had the ball. This is Trey Williams, the third running back, getting in and getting a little bit of action.
Love that block from the wide receiver. Came all the way down. Got the safety. Duron Smith blocked up. Jim Zorn's got to be happy with the way that they've been able to run the football here. And establish some rhythm with that offensive line.
Hey, Billy Cannon. Hey, Billy Cannon. Billy Cannon. Hey, star. Bingo, bingo, go.
Most likely the final play of this first quarter. Williams again, and Williams going to pick up 4 yards on that run, and that will do it. Each team has had the ball twice. Each team has thrown a touchdown pass. Brandon Silvers to Austin Prohl, and then Landry Jones and the Renegades answered, hooking up with Flynn Nagel, and it's a 6-6 ball game after 1 period here in Seattle. Well, tomorrow professional football returns to St. Louis as the Battlehawks have their home opener against the New York Guardians. That's at 3 o'clock Eastern on ESPN. Then over on FS1, the undefeated DC Defenders, led by Cardell Jones, will take on the Los Angeles Wildcats. That's at 6 p.m. Eastern. XFL football on ESPN and FS1. Of course, we are here. The second game of the Saturday doubleheader, 6-6 right now in Seattle. And you take a look at it, Joel Klatt. Stats pretty much what you would expect in a tied ball game here after 1 quarter.
Yeah, and it's really been a contrast in style. Seattle 8 rushes, only 4 passes so far. Dallas 14 passes, only 2 rushes. So you get a sense of how each offensive play caller is trying to attack the defense.
3rd and 1. Farrell gets it and a couple more. 2-yard gain and a first down.
Let's go to Zorn.
11 personnel, double right. 22 plant, Adam. Double right, 22 plant, Adam.
Okay, so 11 personnel for those at home. That's talking about the number of tight ends and backs that you have in the game. So you have 1 tight end, 1 back. That means it's going to be a 3-receiver set here.
Blue 80, hot.
And Trey Williams is that 1 back. Can't find anywhere to cut back. And he is bottled up. Going to lose yardage on that play. A loss of 2. You know, we mentioned earlier about Jim Zorn calling the plays, which was not the plan week 1.
H right, 22 scat, Hank. Double right, Chuck, H right. 22 scat, Hank.
Hey, 22 scat, Owen, ready?
Talking about Mike Riley was the original offensive coordinator. He's had some family issues, had to step away. So Zorn now stepping in as the primary offensive coordinator and play caller and head coach here for the Dragons.
Silvers running. Flags down as well as he takes a big hit along the sideline. And that one will be coming back.
Hold on. Hey, Ray.
It's like
holding. Offense number 77. 10-yard penalty. Repeat, 2nd down.
It's Quintarius Eatman. Played his college football at South Florida. He played in Canada for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Undrafted free agent by Oakland back in 2015. He also had some time with Carolina in 2018. And now here playing for Seattle. The normal left tackle is Isaiah Battle, who also had time with the Seahawks. But Battle has been battling an ankle issue and is not on the field.
So on 2nd and long, Silvers underneath. Prohl hit right away. Made the catch, but a big hit from Duron Smith.
And Brock, this is not the identity of this offense. They're not a big chunk team. They want really badly to run the football, stay with the chains, and you see the defense for Duron Smith there, right there. He just flew up, almost knowing that that was going to be a short pass.
Yeah, you mentioned Battle. They're also still without Cason Williams, and he is their big-bodied receiver. They hope to get back in the next couple weeks.
7, go. Bingo, go.
Very long 3rd down. Underneath. This is Kenneth Farrell out of the backfield, and he won't get anywhere close as everybody in white and blue comes up and get him, led by Josh Hawkins.
Josh Hawkins is their best cover man, and Dallas's defense gets a hold. Good series for them after that opening series when Seattle just kind of methodically went right down the field for a touchdown, and Dallas bows their neck a little bit. You know, the benefit of that holding call, and gets off the field here forcing a punt. And will be noted, just a reminder for everybody, no one can leave the line of scrimmage until this ball is kicked. It's one of the few rule differences here on the punt.
And Flynn Nagel, who had the touchdown reception for Dallas, takes the punt and takes it out to about the 47-yard line. Last time the Renegades were on offense, that guy, Nagel, caught the pass from this guy that tied the game. We'll see what Landry Jones and company can do as they get their first possession in the second quarter. All right, Wilder and Fury got together December 2018. It was one of the best, yet most controversial heavyweight fights we've seen in a long time. Since that moment, everybody's been waiting for the rematch. It happens tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 Pacific. Buy it right now on pay-per-view or the Fox Sports app. I can't wait for that one.
That one's going to be awesome. Can't wait. Hopefully I get home in time. Check that out.
Well, you know, by the time they make the ring entrance, your flight will land back in Los Angeles. First down for Landry Jones and the Renegades. Good field position for the 46. Little shovel pass. They call it incomplete because it's a pass, and it went through his hand and hit the ground.
It's an incomplete forward pass. Second down.
Trip 6, play fast.
See him, he wants him to play fast, and it feels like Landry said they were going to get a little tempo, but as a veteran quarterback, in particular an immobile veteran quarterback, the biggest asset Landry Jones has is his mind. And the more information he can get out of the defense before the snap, the better. So this is a little bit of a, if I was Landry, I would not want to play fast. And you see right there, he certainly took his time.
Oh, steps away from the rush, goes downfield. Josh Crockett goes up but can't get it. That ball just underthrown by a bit, and it gave Channing Stribling a chance to get in there.
Boy, you called it. He stepped away from traffic in the pocket, and here on the outside is Crockett, and he's got to step and has to slow up for that ball, which was behind him. I didn't think Landry got to.
Offense number 65, 10-yard penalty, repeat, second down.
That's Alex Balducci who gets called for the hold, but Landry couldn't step up because Balducci was holding, kind of tackling a defensive tackle right at the feet of Jones, which is why he couldn't step into that one. Now second and forever.
So what was good starting field position? Backed up by 10. Here comes the pressure. Jones to Dunbar out of the backfield. Lance Dunbar cuts it back and picks up 8 of the 10 they lost on the penalty.
Big third down here.
Dog. Linda. Ruby. Through.
I'll play fast, open 6.
We keep hearing Mummy say play fast, but it's like a chess match between himself and his quarterback.
Yeah, again, you know, for a guy like Landry, his biggest asset is information.
Jones over the middle, overthrows Parham, incomplete.
You know, this is one of those things. Hal Mummy really is a college coach, and in colleges, it's really more about the system than it is what the opposition is trying to do. And so that's why he's saying play fast, but Landry is an NFL guy. He's a veteran, and he wants information. He wants to know the coverage so he knows how to exploit that with his eyes and with the route structure. I would lean more on Landry's side here. I think information would always be the bigger asset for a quarterback with the mobility like Landry has, or lack of mobility, versus just playing fast to play fast.
All right, earlier today, the Houston Roughnecks remain undefeated. They go to 3-0, knocking off the Tampa Bay Vipers in what was a good game, 34-27. But look at the numbers once again put up by P.J. Walker. 3 throwing touchdowns and 1 running, and another big day from Cam Phillips. Second week in a row, he's got 3 touchdown receptions.
Boy, Cam is such a good player on the outside, and P.J. Walker right now is starting. I know it's only been 3 weeks, but I mean, he's starting to run and hide in this MVP race, you know, in the XFL. He's been absolutely sensational.
Cam Phillips may be his biggest competition right now.
That's a good point.
There's Kenneth Farrell on first down. Gain of 4.
Trips right. Oh, 11. Trips right.
Hey, am I out?
F left. 22 plant.
Hey, Mike 3. Hey, 22 plant. I want ready.
You got a lot of time.
Which is the opposite of what we heard on the other sideline.
That's right.
This is take your time.
A little more methodical.
Blue 80. Blue 80. Hot.
Draw play to Farrow. Cutting back. And Farrow going to pick up 5 yards and be just short of the first down, looks like.
You know, and what you get here as an offense, you want to dictate to the defense what's going on. Well, Seattle is doing that. Jim Zorn's doing that through movement and motion. While as Hal Mummy for Dallas, he wants to do that through tempo. And both guys are trying to dictate to the defense what's happening and how it's happening. And Seattle's just doing it in a much different way.
Quarterback sneak for Silvers. And he gets the first down. I want to ask you about the play calling of Jim Zorn here. We mentioned earlier that Mike Riley was the offensive coordinator. He was expected to call the plays, but they kept Riley's terminology, and Zorn is the one that's calling the plays. Does that create a challenge for him?
It's tough. Everything is about language. This is not his native language, if you will. Zorn's more of a West Coast offense guy. Mike Riley's offense is very specific, and in order not to cloud the minds of his players, Zorn adopted that language when Riley had to step away, and so it's actually Zorn with the learning curve with the language of this offense versus the players on the field.
They're going to get some free yards here, it looks like.
And Brock, that's difficult for him, and he's talked to you about it. He was former coach of yours back in your career.
Came across the line of scrimmage and made contact with the center. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
And he's still learning in meetings.
He is. It was fun. I got a chance on Wednesday to sit in their install meetings, and it was actually a bunch of the players. Prohl, Keenan Reynolds, they're all working in this together. There's not an arrogance. It's not a dictator, like this is my only way to do it. They're all still working through that language together, a testament to his unselfishness.
Oh, Silver's on the keeper. Tries to dive forward and reach for the first down. Going to be just short, but I don't think many people expected that.
No, they didn't. Zorn dialing some stuff up. Let's see what he dials up here on a 2nd and short.
Let's go trips right. No, go trips left, 21 thump. Trips left, 21 thump.
That's a run play. 1 to me means it's an odd number. It's going to the left, 21 thump. You're probably going to get something around here.
Started to the left. Farrell cut it back up and gets the first down.
I love Zorn's rhythm right now. I love listening to this. Simple play calls, dictating with motion and movement.
Hey, hippo's on, hippo's on. Hey, 52 F Ranger on one.
Sell it now.
Hey,
so far, they've run the ball on 15 of 21 plays.
Go. Ready. Ready. Hot.
They fake it. Silvers fires that one and is picked off. Off target, right into the chest of Josh Hawkins. There's a late flag as well. And some pushing and shoving going on, and another flag comes out.
That was unbelievable coverage. Some frustration there from the center, Dylan Day. He came in with a late
play
hit.
is an interception. There are 2 fouls on the play, after the play, 1 by each team. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Defense, number 20. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 58. Those penalties offset. First down.
And so a turnover. First of the ball game. Brandon Silvers put everything he could into this one. He was just way off target. Well, this Friday, John Cena is back. The man, the myth, the legend joins the superstars of SmackDown as he returns home to Boston. Make sure you don't miss a special Friday night SmackDown this week, 8 Eastern, 7 Central, right here on Fox. Jim Zorn talking to his quarterback, Brandon Silvers, after that interception. Gives Dallas the ball at the 40-yard line. You've got to figure Dallas has to look for a little bit of balance. 19 plays, 17 passes, only 2 runs. And that one swatted down back to Jones. You can throw 2 forward passes in this league, and he does, and connects with Lance Dunbar.
Unbelievable savvy from Landry Jones. Hop Stoops loves it. Ball is batted back to him, and as long as that first pass is caught behind the line of scrimmage, you can throw it back down the field, and Landry Jones, knew it right away. His eyes stayed downfield. Here's the batted ball. It comes right back to him, and since he's behind the line of scrimmage, he's like, okay, here we go. Bang, eyes downfield, and he finds a completion.
Just like they drew it up.
That's right.
Even he knows.
I think there's a discussion right now about.
Ruling on the previous play was 2 forward passes during the same down. The first pass was batted back to the quarterback at the line of scrimmage. The second pass was beyond the line of scrimmage, which makes it a legal play. First down.
So that's why I don't understand what the discussion was.
Well, I think what they were trying to discuss is where it was actually batted. Because I would assume, and we'd have to get Dean Blandino's explanation on this.
Good point.
If it goes beyond the line of scrimmage and then it's batted back to Landry Jones, at that point, I don't know if it would be a legal play. But again, I would need clarification from Dean Blandino on that.
Good point. He can't cross the line of scrimmage. They gain 15. That one caught by Jeff Badette.
Let's go back to Los Angeles and bring in Dean Blandino. Dean, is that an accurate description? If that ball would have passed the line of scrimmage, then he could not have thrown the second forward pass.
Correct, yeah, and that's what they were discussing. Did the original pass cross the line? As long as the ball doesn't cross the line, you can throw 2 forward passes, which is what happened there.
Well, this one, just one pass down the sideline, incomplete.
And Dean, is that reviewable? Whether that
it is reviewable.
Okay.
Yes, it is reviewable.
Okay, so great discussion by the officials there, getting it right, and great sense from Landry Jones to keep his eyes down the field and execute that play, knowing the rules of the XFL.
Which is so different. I mean, you grew up playing Pee Wee football, high school, college, in the NFL for 4 seasons, and you could never do that. So the situational awareness, really good by Jones. And we have movement there up front. Question is who moved first.
False start. Offense number 61. 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
They call that on the center, Marquise Shakir. And he's one. I'm the center. How do I get a false start here?
It's that flinch, right?
Yep, just a little bit of movement. That's all it takes.
Certainly makes it a much more difficult third down here.
We see teams go for it on 4th down a lot more, so may not need to get it all here on 3rd down. Here comes pressure. Jones firing, caught. First down, Josh Crockett.
Good anticipation from Landry Jones there, and a good route from Crockett, who comes back to the football, and Jones right up on the line of scrimmage, and here's that tempo that Hal Mumme wanted.
Gain of 16 on the last pass play. Jones got a man over the middle, Flynn in and out of his hands, and intercepted. Godwin Ikwebuike with the pick. And Flynn Nagel just couldn't corral that one in. It was coming with a bit of smoke right through his fingers and into the arms of Ikwebuike.
And I thought it was great coverage, too. Watch this Steven Johnson, number 59. He's going to be running right down the middle of the field. This is a linebacker here, matched up on a wide receiver, and he's right there. That's such a tight window to throw the ball for Landry Jones, and because of that, it's tipped up. You see that left hand in there as well, and Ikwebuike comes away with it on the tip drill. And the Seattle defense, again, Kurt, just like they did last week against the Vipers, coming up big here with another turnover. Oh, the mask, the Dragons mask on the turnover mask
Charge timeout.
makes its way.
Seattle, this is their first.
All right, Seattle takes a timeout, and we saw that come out last week when they had the 3 turnovers, and Ikwebuike gets it first today. But how many times, Steven Johnson, have we called his name? I mean, he's batted that ball that Landry wound up throwing again. Back in coverage this time. We've seen him put pressure. This is a guy who played in the NFL for several seasons, 3 years with the Denver Broncos. But he's shown the ability, comes in leading the league in tackles, that he may be among the best defensive players in all the XFL.
Brock, you're with him. He's been playing great.
Yeah, I think that's an understatement. Hey, Steven, take me in that last play. How do you know that ball was screaming by your head?
I didn't. I was just playing my technique, and I seen his hands go up, and I split them, and then 3-5 made the play. That's how we play, man. We play together, man. We a team. You know what I'm saying? I did my job, batted the ball in the air, tips and overthrows. You got to have those. Tips and overthrows, got to have it. Thanks.
I love it, and what a great story is he's going to turn 32, like you mentioned, kind of a veteran guy. Didn't really have a lot of offers out of high school, ended up walking on at Kansas. And then a great story here, one of his teammates and roommates at Kansas was an undrafted player that was having a lot of success in Denver named Chris Harris Jr., and he convinced the Broncos, hey, you got to look at this guy. He was my college roommate, and that's how he wound up in Denver, played for a couple of years there, now finds himself in the XFL. He's the league's leader with 19 tackles coming into this week, and that was just such brilliant coverage. And like he said, he didn't see the ball, but what does he do? Trust his coaching and his technique. He puts his hand right through the hands of the wide receiver, and he gets a tip.
And so after the penalty, the Dragons take over following the pick. Deep in their own territory, high pass pulled in by Austin Prohl. And Prohl out across the 15-yard line. Trey Watson with the tackle.
Really important that this offense can get a couple of first downs and try to change the field position here. This is a really good ball from Silvers. Right up at the face mask. An even better catch there. I'll tell you what, Austin Prohl is a really sure-handed guy. They trust him a lot, in particular in the middle of the field.
Son of Ricky Prohl, played 17 seasons in the NFL. Traquan Gardner on second down.
I want to go back to the coach-quarterback communication after the pick on the last series. Listen to Jim Zorn talking to Brandon Silvers.
That would have been an easy completion, coach. So don't even sweat it. The receiver's got to come back to the QB, right? All right.
Here's why I love that. And coaches out there of all levels, listen to me right here. Coach with information, not volume.
Keenan Reynolds, first down.
Settles his quarterback down. Now Silvers stays in rhythm, and he's like, don't worry about it. Here's what happened. Your wide receiver didn't come in. Not your issue. We'll go back out there and try to execute better on the next series. And what does he do here on the next series? He comes out here, and he's the same guy. He's able to throw on time. He's delivered a couple of accurate passes, and they've got those couple of first downs that I talked about them needing to change the field position here after being backed up.
9 yards out to the 27-yard line. Gardner, pardon me, is Trey Williams with the carry.
Trips right beta, trips right beta, 22 scat, level, dragon. H, you're on a dragon. You run a flat.
Remember, it's not just the quarterback. All the players at the skill positions have microphones in their helmet.
Go. 280, hot.
Tipped at the line of scrimmage, falls incomplete. I think it was Tony Garrard who got a hand in there.
I think it was. He does a great job. He's working his way up the field. Didn't get there, so he just jumps up and gets the ball batted down.
Oh, hit him in the helmet.
Hey, 36, hello, Canada, baby.
Get that short throw.
That's when you're proud of your hat size. You have a big head like that, knocks down passes.
Here we go.
Whatever it takes, right?
That's right.
Set, go. Bingo, go.
Silvers on third down. Austin Prohl with the catch. Another big conversion. And so far in this game, the Dragons are 6 for 7 on third downs. 29 on that one.
And the courage again. He's going to get hit in the pocket. He gets hit by a couple of players and delivers an absolute dime. Great coverage in the back end. by Treston Deku, and an even better throw. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. How about that throw from Brandon Silvers, marching the ball down the field. Last 2 minutes of the first half coming at you.
An entertaining first half so far, all tied at 6. Brandon Silvers and the Dragons already put up better passing numbers than they did for the entire game last week.
And remember, last week he had no practice time with that beat-up ankle, and now he's got a week of practice, and we've seen him run a couple of times, so they're using some of that mobility. This one right here, I get the sense Brock letting us know might be a little zone read here.
And he hands it off instead. Daquan Gardner. Big run for Gardner. Gain of 12, maybe 13. Regardless, it moves the chains.
That run game hadn't really done much in the first quarter, and even in the second quarter. It was so good last week, in particular in the second half, and there they finally popped one in the middle of that offensive line.
Silvers has time. Going deep, wide open. Keenan Reynolds with that ball underthrown. Flags down as well. It gave Donatello Brown a chance to get there, but may not have been quickly enough for Brown to avoid the flag.
I don't know. This is not interference. There really wasn't contact, but I think what they're going to call here on Deron Smith is watch as Deron Smith, the safety, comes in right here, personal to the head.
Defense number 31, helmet contact. 15 yards to the previous spot. Automatic first down.
And that's exactly what they call on Smith.
Yeah, and Reynolds certainly gets afforded the defenseless player type of posture there, and then Smith goes in high with kind of that launch mentality, and Smith is going over to try to talk to the official, but I thought that was a really good call there. Even though he led with the shoulder, he led high to the head or neck area, that defenseless player, and that's certainly the protection afforded in modern day football.
So it spots the ball at the 14-yard line. Silvers pump fakes. Looking for a man and wisely throws that one in the dirt, but there's another penalty marker.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense number 73. 5-yard penalty. Still first down. Ruling on the field's an incomplete pass.
It's interesting here. That was a run play, and so the offensive line was just blocking the run. He went 3 yards or more, and
all right, here
gets
we go.
that call.
Let's go. Motion home. Trips right. 21 scat. H jerk.
Hey, 21 scat on one.
Motion home. Trips right. 21 scat. H jerk. Let's run.
Hey, 38, Ram. Go. You 80. You 80. Hey.
Here's Silvers. Over the middle, into the end zone. Kenneth Farrow with the touchdown. One of those three-headed running backs with a 19-yard reception, and Seattle takes the lead.
Will attempt a two-point conversion from the left hash.
What a great route. That's the jerk route. So you give him that underneath look like he's going to run across the field, and then he just straightens up, goes right up the field. Really tough cover right there for Micah Abernathy, and a terrific ball from Silvers. What a great route. Farrow is a guy, he's kind of a jack of all trades. He was banged up a little bit with some ribs earlier in the week, but he comes out here and makes a great catch there.
4 seasons in the NFL with 3 different teams. Taking advantage of his XFL opportunity so far this season, as the 2-point conversion attempt falls incomplete, intended for Prohl. But another touchdown pass for Brandon Silvers and this Seattle offense. And remember, this came off the turnover and started at their own 12-yard line.
Yeah, and also I'll go back to that wonderful sound we had of Zorn talking to Silvers before that series about the interception on the previous series. And Brock, as you know, when you got a quarterback that you can settle down, get him some confidence, it allows him to throw great passes like he did to Farrell for the touchdown.
Yeah, there's no question, and I love it. That's H jerk, huh?
Yes,
That's
sir.
your route? What's a jerk?
Man, you know, we suck the linebackers up a little bit and pop it to the back of the end zone. We worked on it all week at practice, hit it in the game.
When did you know that ball's coming your way?
Soon as I break, I see the safety break down, we to the back free, put it on me, and we're going to win.
And you're questionable to play today. Why are you out here?
You said what?
You're questionable to play today, banged up a little bit this week. Why are you playing?
Oh, squad out here. We all out here. Every time. Got to go.
He was questionable with some injured ribs, but here's a guy who's played with injuries before. Signed with the Chargers out of college.
Yep.
Second game of his NFL career, gets into a bad car accident, fractures his collarbone, winds up playing the rest of the season, had 60 carries that season, double digits in catches, and just fought his way through it. Wound up playing 3 years with the Chargers.
I mean, even last year, he had a shoulder injury when he was playing with in the AAF, and thought that most likely he was going to get back into a camp and wasn't able to do so.
Tough guy. Good enough to give Seattle the lead, and Landry Jones will get another shot here with 1:22 left on the clock and 2 timeouts. Plus, remember, the rules are a little bit different on the play clock inside of 2 minutes here.
That's right, and this is the comeback period. There's lots of time here, in particular with the fact that Dallas has 2 timeouts. I mean, they have worlds of time. This is just going to be normal football, how Miami wants to play with high tempo, so they're not going to be looking at that minute 22 at all. The clock is going to stop after every single play, and then if it's a play that normally runs the clock, they're going to let the play clock go to 20, and then they'll start the game clock. That's the comeback period here in the XFL.
The drive starts at the 30. Cameron Artis-Payne slips a couple of tackles, but only gets about 3 yards.
Let's go open flip 6. Open flip 6. Give comebacks to the outside.
Roger. Hey, Lucky. Hard. Lucky.
That was just their 3rd run of the first half. Jones. Up top. Ball caught.
Trips. 31
Jeff Bennett
stick.
with the catch.
Trips, 31 stick.
Papaya. Monday. Ready to go hit.
First down to the 41. Play stopped.
It's a mistake from Jones. He didn't allow his wide receivers to get fully set when he snapped that ball. That's a quarterback's responsibility. He's got to allow his guys the opportunity to get set before he goes ahead and snaps the football. And this would come with a 10-second runoff. They're going to ask Jim Zorn if he wants to accept that 10-second runoff. He may not, and he wants the time back for maybe another possession offensively.
Ball start. Offense. Not all 11 players were set before the snap. 5-yard penalty, still first down. That penalty qualifies for a 10-second runoff. Dallas has chosen to use a timeout to avoid it. First down.
So here's the process. It goes over to Zorn. He says, yeah, I want to take the 10-second runoff. And then it goes back over to Dallas and says, hey, do you want to take a timeout to avoid the 10-second runoff? So you get all the coaches' decisions there just based on those 10 seconds. And so Dallas will call that timeout. They still have 1 left in 1:04. Which is an eternity with the way that this clock works.
And that is one of the advantages of keeping timeouts, despite the fact that the clock stops inside the 2-minute warning. It does save you opportunities like that to keep time on the clock rather than losing a 10-second runoff.
All the coaches have said if you have 2 timeouts in entering that 2-minute warning, you've got too many. So there, Dallas had 2 at their disposal. They'll certainly use one of them to save those 10 seconds.
So it's probably a good thing they had 2 in that case.
There you go.
Nothing's 100%. Handoff, Cameron Artis-Payne.
They're moving every time.
Steven Johnson with another tackle.
Landry can't hear the play right now. He's looking over. He wants it. Now he's finally got it, and he's ready to go.
Jones has all kinds of time running down the sideline. He threw that one way too short. Channing Stribling with the interception. I mean, he had Jeff Badette, but didn't get it there. Second interception thrown by Jones.
Badette is a speedster, and he certainly needed to get rid of that one, not only on time, but with a lot on it. But there was pressure in his face. The Seattle defense, again, getting the turnover, which means you know the ski mask is coming out. But watch the pressure as it gets into Jones's face. Right here, he can't step all the way through, so he kind of fades away from it. It's certainly short of Badette, who can absolutely fly. And then it's a pick right there as Channing Stribling is there. And Landry Jones, frustrated, knows he made a big mistake there with a lot of time on the clock, a quality drive going. Certainly should have gotten some points out of that series.
Was that 59? Steven Johnson again bringing pressure?
Guy's flying around. He's one of the best defensive players in this league so far.
Bingo, bingo, go.
And so Brandon Silvers will try and make something happen. Needs to get rid of that one and just throws it away. There's the turnover mask. Fifth interception this season. It's unique, let's say it that way.
It's very unique. I gotta tell you, I'm a little claustrophobic.
Yeah.
You know, so I see that and it gives me the willies.
Well, it's the Pacific Northwest. It gets cold here.
That's
you know?
right. That's right. As a quarterback, after throwing picks, I wanted the ski mask.
Hide that face a little bit.
That's right. Nothing to see here. Move along.
Go. Bingo, bingo, go.
They get it off. Silvers, Moore, caught. And he gets out of bounds, stopping the clock.
Dallas is doing a nice job of dropping their coverage back there. Alonzo Moore sees that his quarterback is in trouble, just needs 1 foot in bounds here in the XFL, gets a couple, and it's a completion, makes it a more manageable third down here for his quarterback.
3rd and 5. And they have to call a timeout here as the play clock was winding down. They were still in the huddle.
Seattle, their second and final timeout.
All right, let's see what they decide to do here.
Hey, do you see anybody on cover on that nail? Okay, middle. That's how you got to do it. Okay, good job being stingy with the ball. That's a hell of a job. Okay, I love it. All right. Now I was going to try to get a couple chunk plays in here. We had a timeout, but I got screwed up. I just got screwed up. Okay, let's just go double right, 32 Denver. All right, get what you can and we'll go in. Okay, 32 Denver.
All right, so looks like he just wants to kind of run this out. Now, it's going to leave a little time here. Dallas does have the option to call a timeout and stop the clock. Denver means probably like a draw or a delay. 32. This is a run play. He's just trying to run this thing out, get into halftime with this 12-6 lead.
And there is the draw play. Trey Williams, and he gets the first down.
Okay, well now here we go. Get up there. Take a shot. Let's see if you can get into field goal range. Sometimes that's all you need is a little spark.
Now once this ball is spotted, they'll run 5 seconds off. And when the play clock gets to 20, game clock starts.
Oh, he's not going to shift gears.
Yeah, they didn't hurry up.
He had the car in second gear, and he was like, I'm not going to third. Brock, you're standing right there with him. He made his mind up even before that last snap.
Set, go.
Here's Silvers out of the shotgun. Underneath Trey Williams. All right, so there is 5 seconds left on the clock.
Thought there would have been time to try to push the ball down and at least try a field goal. But they weren't ready after that first down, after that little draw that they ran. And so
46, Lion.
just can't turn the ball over here.
Bingo, bingo, go.
Run, so that should be the final play of the first half. Seattle content to go into the locker room with the lead. 2 touchdown passes from Brandon Silvers in the first half. 2 interceptions thrown by Landry Jones for Dallas, and that's the difference in the ball game right now. Is a touchdown lead for Seattle They lead it 12-6 here at intermission. This third game of the XFL season. Brock Hewitt.
With Brandon Silvers, got a couple touchdown passes in that first half. You were able to practice all week. How much of a difference does that make?
It makes as much of a difference as you can. So you go out there and practice 3 times a week and not just one. Feel pretty comfortable out here.
Biggest thing you saw from them in that first half that maybe you didn't expect, or some adjustments here at halftime?
No, I'm seeing everything good. We just got to keep it going. We're up 12-6 right now, so we got another second half going. So we just got to keep pushing and keep scoring points.
I know halftime's in a hurry, so get to it. Thanks.
Yeah, halftime is a hurry. Only 10 minutes on the clock, so don't go too far. Second half coming your way 10 minutes from now. We'll see if Landry Jones and the Renegades can catch up with Jim Zorn's Seattle Dragons, who lead it 12-6 here at halftime. Seattle up 12-6 here at halftime. Kurt Menefee along with Joel Klatt, Brock Hewitt down on the sideline for us here at CenturyLink Field. And you know what? This is the second week in a row we've done the Seattle Dragons game. Last week at halftime, we were debating whether or not Brandon Silvers might get benched in the second half.
That's right.
Certainly not the case today.
No, he's come out and he's played so well, and it's been the little things, and Jim Zorn has been talking to him about he's taking care of the football for the most part. Even the one interception, you could argue more about the receiver route than it was his decision. It's been really good. I mean, in particular, even in the face of some pressure in the pocket, he stands in there, delivers a touchdown to Prohl. That was beautiful. This was a great little H-jerk route. They stand Farrow up after he's faking across the middle, and they send him right down the middle of the field. That is a beautiful ball, and a really tough throw, by the way, to throw with touch at a guy that's running straight away from you. That was a terrific throw from Silvers. Tale of 2 weeks, and it's also a tale of 2 weeks. He's healthier. He got to practice all week, and you're starting to see really the remedy of that offense was reps during the course of the week.
You know what? We're impressed with his 2 touchdown passes.
Yeah.
But if you want to be impressed with a quarterback in this league right now, no one's hotter than P.J. Walker of the Houston Roughnecks. 4 total touchdowns today. He started off on the first possession, hooking up with a wide open Cam Phillips for an 84-yard score. Walker threw for 3, ran for 1, and it was on a busted play here.
I love this, by the way, and this was a bit like Landry Jones in our game with the 2 double passes, right? A play breaks down. What do? You improvise right away. Watch right here. He just drifts. Then he plants and throws a terrific ball over the middle, and again, he finds Cam Phillips for the touchdown. That's when they were down by 1. Taylor Cornelius comes back for the Vipers. He's trying to bring them down the field, makes a poor decision and a poor throw, and Houston is 3-0 now, and certainly we saw him week 1, and we were very impressed. They get after the quarterback with their defensive line. That's going to be a tough team to beat, and they've certainly set themselves apart so far early in this XFL season.
And Walker's doing that. 10 touchdown passes for him after 3 weeks.
MVP chance, baby.
6 touchdown receptions for Cam Phillips in the last 2 weeks. We'll see what kind of numbers. Exactly. Let's see what kind of numbers these guys can put up when we come back to the second half here in Seattle. The XFL on Fox is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Save when you bundle auto, home, or motorcycle insurance. That was the Progressive game flow. Game right now, 12-6 as we get ready to start the second half. Seattle gets the ball first, but let's check in with Brock Hewitt, who's with the Renegades, head coach Bob Stoops.
Well, Coach, what were the takeaways from the first 30 minutes of play?
Inability to run the ball on offense has put us in the hole. We've been inconsistent offensively. And then, we get in the red zone, the 1 turnover, they deflected. Good play on their part. And defensively, it's been third downs. We've played pretty decent defense, and third down has killed us. 17
of the first 19 plays were passes. How much of the run game are you going to focus on here in the second half?
Well, we'll see. It depends on also if they're giving us, some of it depending on how they play us. But hopefully we'll be able to use it some more.
Your first time in this building, what do you think?
Yeah, it's an awesome place to compete and play. So great stadium. Yeah, great stadium.
Good luck in the second half, Coach.
All right, and so Landry Jones and Dallas Renegades trying to just get something consistent going. Now, this is a team that came in the #1 rushing team in the league, 154 yards last week even.
Yeah.
And right now, here, as they get ready to start the second half, they've run for 9 yards.
Well, and that was really the story of week 1 in that loss to St. Louis. And I know that they want to run the ball more, but unfortunately, here's the thing about this offense, this air raid offense. They don't run the football unless the box count gives them the ability to run the football. So it's a very different proposition than what Seattle uses.
Yeah, and I'll have to wait right now as John Santiago will get the Seattle Dragons started just across the 25-yard line. We had a chance to hear from Stoops with Brock. Let's hear what he told his team at halftime.
Just like last week now, compete to the end, right? Everybody fighting together to the end. We'll make the plays we need to. Defense, just be better on 3rd down. All right, let's go. Offense, take care of the football. Come on now, let's fight our ass off. Finish this game. Got to earn it, right? All right, let's go. Get a break.
He started by challenging the defense. They're on the field first.
Hey, Georgia.
Seattle starting at the 26.
Go.
Little handoff, K1 Gardner. And the defense responds rather quickly. Mulling, I think, is what that is called, as he stands there and listens to the calls on defense made by his coordinator, Chris Woods.
All these players rave about playing for Coach Stoops. He's a player's coach. He's been so successful. He understands the timing of messaging to build a culture and a winning culture. We'll see if they can respond here in the second half.
Gardner again. Seattle comes out of the gate with back-to-back runs.
Well, it's interesting, this Dallas defense, they kind of changed up their defensive look here. Now they've gone to this one that was more of a 3-linebacker look rather than that 3-4 that they were using a little bit earlier. That would suggest, if I'm Jim Zorn, lean into that run game. You know, it's almost like they were giving it to him. And on 3rd and 2, Brock, I got to assume that they're going to sit there again with that run game.
Yeah, they are, but you're going to see a little pass here. Again, more movement, Joel. You made a great point about how much pre-snap movement here from these Dragons. This would be a little shallow cross route.
Yeah, Alonzo Moore goes in motion. Silvers behind Reynolds, and Reynolds going to be right at the first down marker. It looks like he got enough.
This is one of those nuances. Watches this, and there's a great angle here from behind the defense. If this ball is in front of Reynolds, he can run for a first down. It's behind, he still gets it, but he just basically falls down. So that's a ball placement issue. When you're talking about yards after the catch, here's the equation. Timing plus ball placement equals yards after the catch. There was good timing. Ball placement was poor. No yards after the catch.
Here's Gardner again. And Gardner lost the football, but it was after the whistles. They call him down by contact. Gain of 4.
Runners forward progress had been established in the field of play before the ball came out. 2nd down.
Dallas fighting for that ball, as they should. But certainly it was after the ball carrier was down, and Seattle now has this 2nd and medium. This is a perfect down and distance for a quarterback. Everything is at your disposal. You can run it, you can throw it, you can do anything you want.
Looking to throw it. That one tipped maybe at the line of scrimmage and goes fluttering over to Keenan Reynolds, and he can't pull it in.
We saw this on the interception. Dallas is sitting on these routes. Okay, Seattle does not have a deep threat. Now, they hit a big one last week to Keenan Reynolds, but that was more of a structure deal on a big post. They don't have a guy that can just take man-to-man coverage and beat him over the top. And Dallas has adjusted to that, so they're sitting on all these routes. You're going to see that during the course of this. If Seattle wants to get a big one over the top, they're going to have to double move or do something to get those receivers loose.
Silver's on 3rd down again. They convert again. Keenan Reynolds They're 9 of 10 on third downs in this ball game. That time, 18 yards.
And it's exactly what Bob Stoops was lamenting at halftime was their third down play. First thing is clean pocket. Silvers has all the time in the world. Surveys from right all the way to the left. Great look right there. Gets back to the left. Wide open Reynolds on just a curl route. Kind of a breakdown in coverage there from the back end, and it's an easy conversion.
Blue 80. Blue 80. Hop.
From the Dallas 42, Trey Williams. Looked like he was almost surprised he got through that hole, kind of dancing around.
Double, no, let's go. Trips left. We're on the left hash. Let's go. Trips right off. 22 zipper. Trips right off.
Hey, 22 zipper on go, right?
You said this is not his native language.
No, there you go. You saw that right there. Zipper, but based on that first half, it looks like a little zone read here. Watch Silvers trying to read this left side defensive end. There's the read, and he keeps it. You talked about last week he had the ankle injury. We didn't see him move around in the pocket a lot. We didn't see him run a lot. That's his 5th run of this ball game. Yeah, and it's helped them. They've gotten themselves into more manageable situations like they find right here, a 3rd and short here. And I would think that this is 4-down territory. So I think that you're playing a little bit with house money right here.
Hey, down left, Timmy. Side, go. Hey, lock it. Blue 80.
There's Austin Pearl in motion again on 3rd and 3. Underneath for Reynolds. Double covered. I think Greer Martini was the one that knocked it away.
Good coverage here. Looks like Zorn's going to go for it here. Let's see what he goes with.
Okay. All right, here we go. Let's go for it. Let's go 11 personnel. Let's go double left. 31 ace double smash.
Hey, 31 ace. I want ready.
Just read it out. Don't be in a hurry. You got an option. Option.
10th play of the drive.
Look for the corner from this tight end. Corner route from the tight end here on the smash.
Solid. 48. Bingo,
Play clock winding down. Got it off just in time. Silvers brought down.
Hey, that's good play.
And so Seattle would turn it over on downs.
It's what the defense wanted. Bob Stoops needed it. A 3rd down stop, and he finally gets some pressure from his defensive line. Brings Silvers down. 1st down Dallas when we come back.
And the XFL on Fox is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Save when you bundle auto, home, or motorcycle insurance. And then you see that XFL football in the branded team colors of the Dallas Renegades. Each team has its own ball. And right now they need to take that ball and hand it to one of the running backs. No balance in the first half.
No balance. And here they start out with 2 backs in the backfield. I think they're probably trying to force Seattle to make a declaration whether they're going to drop a safety in the box or not. And it looks like Seattle's going to do that. Here comes a safety, Jordan Martin, top of your screen. He kind of drops in.
And they fake it to one running back and throw it to the other. Lance Dunbar. And the former Cowboy gets stood up by Steven Johnson.
I think it is important, too, because Brock, I think that Howell considers a short pass to the running back just like the run game. And these 2 backs have more targets than any other backs in the XFL in the first 2 weeks.
There's no question in the field level, Joel, you have to slow down this D-line. I mean, you just can't be so one-dimensional.
They do it this time, handing it off to Artis Payne. And that Seattle defense just stretched him out. Wouldn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage. He leans forward and picks up a yard eventually.
It's interesting that this offense has struggled so much. Almost every quarter outside of that 4th quarter last week. And when you think about it, like today, they're 86% pass, right? In that quarter last week, they ran the ball 14 times, threw it 6 times. That's 70-30 towards the run. So it's not in Hal Mummy's nature, but that's something that they're trying to figure out right now and what they are trying to define themselves as an offense.
Crowd making noise. Seattle coming on the blitz. Underneath Jones. They won't get it. Completes it out to Flynn Nagel.
He got it.
Willie with the forward progress. They're going to spot it and give him the 1st down.
That was
now they're spotting it just short of the first down. And remember, the replay official can take a look at this and decide what is spotted exactly. All right, so they're giving him the first at the 48. Cameron Artis-Payne picks up 6 on the run. Steven Johnson, his 7th tackle in this ball game.
Okay, so there's 5 offensive linemen and 2 backs. That means you got 6 blockers as an offense. If there's only 6 run defenders, they got to hand the football off. Right here, 2 high safeties. That means that the offense has run ratios. I would expect them to hand the ball off again right here.
They fake it and throw it to Dunbar out of the backfield. First down.
Well, I like that little play, right? They just sneak that back out in the flats, and they're throwing a play fake or a run play. It might even be a little RPO, but they're throwing that fake right in the defender's face, who is responsible for that area of the pass coverage. It's a really nice design there, and it's just a short, easy pass that can gain positive yards.
Yeah, they pick up 10 yards, and that's the second time we've seen it on this drive alone. They stay with the 2 backs. Left side of the offensive line moved.
Ball start. Offense number 64. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Celese Uatafe played his college football at Utah. Signed by Washington in 2019 after playing in the AAF last year with Salt Lake. At Utah, he was second-team All-Pac-12 and 38 starts. He's got an early start on that one.
Too early. Backs him up 5 yards. Single back this time. They fake it to him down the sideline. Jones trying to get it to Jazz Ferguson. No flags on the play.
Right here. Wide's going to be wide open.
Linda.
Said the Y is going to be wide open. Didn't hear the play call, but I want you to keep your eye on Parnham. He's the Y. See where he's at.
6'8" tight end. They go the other way. Instead, Cameron Artis-Payne out of the backfield, makes a couple of moves and gets the first down.
Great read by Landry Jones. Wanted the tight end, hung with him for a second, then dumps it off to the back, and then it was Artis-Payne from there getting the first down. Excellent play.
16 yards on that gain. Whether it's running or passing, the running back's really involved on this drive. They fake it to him, and this time get it out to the tight end, Parham. And Parham's a little slow getting up. With Steven Johnson with the tackle and kind of threw him to the ground a bit hard.
Just flips it out, and as Steven Johnson is rolling, he kind of just slings him down right there, and there was some head contact with the turf. Looks like he kind of held his head right away. I always get nervous about the shoulder, kind of, you know, that collarbone AC joint, all of those different things when you go straight in shoulder first to the ground, but it looked like his head also went down, and Bob will come off the sideline to check on his big tight end, who has been a real bright spot for Dallas. Played his college football at Stetson. Consensus FCS All-American, school record for career receptions, reception yards, touchdowns. Only played 1 year of high school football because he was such a great basketball player, as you would expect, being 6'8", 250 pounds, and let's hope he's okay.
Yeah. Good to see him jog off the field. Spent some time with the Redskins and the Lions last year. And we mentioned earlier, he's one of those guys. We talked about Steven Johnson, about 31 years old, leading the league in tackles. You get a guy like Parham, who's 22 years old, trying to get that opportunity at the next level. And through 3 weeks, he has been one of the bright stars at tight end. He goes out of the game here on second down. Crowd again getting loud for Seattle, trying to help this defense out. Jones couldn't have more time, still threw it behind his intended receiver, Josh Crockett, and it'll fall incomplete.
He's got to make that throw, Brock. He had all the time in the world, and he had his wide receiver open. Crockett had a step. He's got to hit him there.
Well, there's no question, and you know this, Joel, when you miss 6 weeks, that's the hardest part. When you're just a little bit out of rhythm, right? When you actually have more time to just keep your fundamentals. He's getting a little upright. I think that's causing the ball to sail.
Missed 6 weeks with a knee injury suffered on the very first day of practice. Throws it underneath Jazz Ferguson, and the former Seahawk makes the catch. Good enough for the first down.
Yeah, good conversion there, because it's getting hard for them to communicate and hear. This crowd has done a great job all game long, but now as they get closer to the end zone, certainly going to be a factor here in the next few plays.
From the 13. Here comes the blitz, picked up. And flags come out to stop the play with a false start.
They got to go to a silent cadence.
False start. Offense number 70. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
On the left tackle, Willie Beavers.
Brock, the center can't hear the cadence. He's not snapping the ball. Everybody else is going.
Yeah, well, it is around these end zones. This is, I think, where it is most packed. And just like in this building on Sundays, it is hard to communicate, and especially for those guys on the edge.
We asked Bob Stoops about it. He said he was prepared to go to a silent count if needed. I think they may need it right now. Underneath, Flynn Nagel trying to fight, and he fights his way down to the 10-yard line.
Gone away from that two-back set, and they've gone back to their 4 wide receivers that we see as we see a Seattle player down. Looks like that. It's Nick Temple, number 55.
Defensive player.
He's been really good for them as well. Steven Johnson's leading the league in tackles, but Temple has been second on the team in tackles each of the first 2 weeks.
While they take an injury timeout, we'll take a brief break as well. Well, they are not only entertained, they are entertaining. The fans here in Seattle. The largest XFL crowd of the young season so far last week, 29,000, 22,000 today, which would be the second largest crowd. Of course, St. Louis is a big game tomorrow.
Yep.
They're expecting about 28 at that one.
It's been so good, so loud. 5 false starts for Dallas, and in large part due to the Dragon faithful here at CenturyLink.
All right, Donald Parham back in the game, number 49, the tight end we saw leave a couple plays earlier with an injury. And they throw it to him in the end zone for the touchdown. That's a way to come back. Welcome back, Mr. Parham.
I would target that guy every single time I got the ball inside of the 10-yard line, and they do it off a little play action. Here's why that is so smart. Watch these linebackers. They have to at least acknowledge that play fake a little bit. 1 step's all you need. Now you can go up and over the top. Landry Jones puts it in the perfect spot for the 6'8" Parham, who goes up for an easy touchdown. Igwebuike has no chance right there to come in and bat that down.
And they go for the 2-point attempt. Jones to the end zone, bobbled incomplete. Badette, the intended receiver. Jordan Martin prevented him from catching it. And so each team has scored twice on touchdown passes and failed to get the conversion each time. That's how we get to 12-12.
Guys, I know we're early in this, but let's think through this now. I mean, it's now late in the 3rd quarter. You see that ball just behind Badette. Wouldn't you go for 3 there? You know, making it a 2-point game is a field goal still puts you down. 1 point doesn't make any sense. 2 doesn't really make any sense. So we'll see how that plays off here in the future. But Parham certainly is the target when you're getting down there inside the 10. Brock, you're standing with him. You ever stood with a bigger tight end in your life?
No. And Joel, you said you target him every time down there. I think I would too. Walk me through that play, the touchdown.
You know, they were playing middle open, so we just took advantage of that linebacker sinking in on the run, so we just threw it right over top of him.
And you got banged up a little bit. You 100%?
Yeah, I'm okay.
All right, good luck to you.
Second touchdown this season for the young receiver, tight end, H-back. And it ties the ball game on a 10-yard score. Here's John Santiago diving out to the 25-yard line.
Guys, follow me. I don't feel like I'm crazy, right? I mean, I know. Listen, I know it's new, but if this was a college game or anything, and if you would kick an extra point to go up by 2, everyone would be like, "What in the world is going on? Why don't you go for 2 there? Make it a 3-point game." So to me, in that situation, I would expect a 3-point attempt rather than a 2-point attempt.
I agree with you, because the worst thing that happens is what happened. You don't get it, you're still tied. If you get it, it's a field goal game.
Right.
Whereas if you get the 2, you still lose on a field goal.
That's exactly right.
You should be a lawyer. You convinced me. First down starting at the 25-yard line. Silver's quick pass out to Keenan Reynolds. Give him 8. And Silver's in this offense trying to get a little bit of rhythm here.
Yeah, and they were on the sideline for a long time there. So now it's incumbent on Jim Zorn to continue this really calm, methodical nature that they've used with lots of shifts, motions, allowing Brandon Silvers to stay in 2nd and short, 3rd and short, rather than behind the chains. They've done a great job of that all day long.
Bingo, bingo, go!
Here comes a late blitz. Kenneth Farrell tries to bounce it outside, but he's caught behind the line of scrimmage. Going to lose a couple of yards there. Asante Brown with the stop.
12E. Evan, you're in. 12E. Let's go. This is double left, 52 ace, F Seahawk. Check wide. Double left, 52 ace, F Seahawk. Stay tight, Evan. There you go. Stay tight.
Meeting the 35.
280.
Silvers. Broken up. Evan Rodriguez, his tight end, had it for half a second, but there was Greer Martini to blow that play up.
Check out Greer Martini. He's going to sink back, and then he's going to come up in coverage. Great job reading the eyes of the quarterback. Terrific zone technique. He sees where they're going with the ball. It's thrown accurately, but he is on time for the play. And Greer Martini, one of the smartest players they've got on defense. Again, played his college football at Notre Dame. They've raved about his ability to be a leader, communicate well, and then ultimately show up with an attitude at the ball carrier.
Spent time with the Vikings last season. Big booming kick by Brock Miller. Flynn Nagel. Shifty and slippery. Look at him down the sideline. The punter forced to knock him out of bounds. Excellent return by Nagel. 50 yards on the punt, 31 on the punt return.
There was a couple of different chances that Seattle had, and like you said, great call, just slippery. Nagel was just making little moves, getting himself up the field and ultimately down the sideline and setting Dallas up with great field position at midfield. A terrific kick, and it looked like maybe the punter there, Brock Miller, maybe outkicked his coverage a little bit, with it, which is easy to do with these rules. Remember, no one can leave that line of scrimmage until that ball is kicked. So the further you kick it down there, the more time the returner is going to have to set up his blocks and ultimately get a quality return, which Flynn Nagel is able to do. Reminds me of his days at Northwestern. You know, didn't blow anybody away with his speed, but he's subtle enough. He finds space. He creates space. He's able to set him up with great field position.
Yeah, the play was stopped here for half a second because they spotted the ball 5 yards off. They put it at the 49 instead of the 44, just shy of the 45. So they get the ball spotted correctly, and here we go, first down. One-handed by Artis Payne. He slips a tackle across midfield. And Dallas, who scored a touchdown on the last possession, playing with efficiency here to start the second half.
Yeah, and getting the backs involved. I think those backs are some of their best players, and they're also, Brock, taking advantage of that aggressive defensive line like you talked about. Seattle getting up the field, they're dumping the ball over the top.
We saw the linebacker Nick Temple leave the game on the last series. He's back in for Seattle. Quick pass out, Flynn Nagel. First down into Dragon territory. You know, Flynn is the youngest of 6 kids. All 6 got college scholarships in athletics, and they were named in alphabetical order. So being number 6, the letter F is the 6th letter. That's why he got the first name Flynn.
That's exactly right. I had him when he was at Northwestern. He was part of that team that went and ultimately played Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game.
Here's Cameron Artis-Payne slipping through, and he's out across the first down marker. Great second effort made by Cameron Artis-Payne, the one-time Carolina Panther.
This is just mathematics, folks. If they're only going to have 3 defenders on one side of the football, then they've got to be able to run the ball to that side, because you've got hats for hats and players to block them. If you've got defenders like this with Landry Jones, he's able to control it, get to that run play, and ultimately run it successful.
Another handoff to Artis-Payne. Now, we talked about it at halftime. They'd only run the ball 4 times for 9 yards in the first half. And they've come out and run, and screen plays, but getting the running backs involved here.
And again, it's all about the numbers, right? So Landry's got that in his control there. And Bob Stoops knows that he wants to establish the run. Hal Mumme knows that. And they're able to do that by getting the numbers in their favor. If they can block everybody, they're going to run the football. I would expect them here to do the same thing here if Seattle doesn't adjust.
The 2 running backs in. Lance Dunbar carries it. Dunbar going to be out close to a first down. Just about a yard short.
Well, it took them 3 quarters to get to the run game last week.
Yeah.
Took them 2.5 this week.
A little bit earlier, and is working in their favor. We will see what they do as they get ready to go to the 4th quarter. Game all tied at 12. It's been a good one here between the Seattle Dragons and the visiting Dallas Renegades. Ready to start the 4th quarter here in Seattle. Kurt Menefee, Joel Klatt, Brock Heward with you. And if you took the under on Fox Bet, you're feeling comfortable right now.
Easy. Dallas had a big 4th quarter last week. Seattle also played well in the 4th quarter, so there's a lot of time left. Don't be counting your money just yet, everybody.
As they get closer to the end zone, the crowd gets louder. Cameron Artis-Payne, can he get outside? He does, and he keeps going inside the 5-yard line. First down and goal.
What a great run, bouncing outside. There's nowhere to go for him in the middle of the line of scrimmage, so he's just going to go, and then he's going to bounce all the way outside. Does a great job with his speed, and then gets upfield and ultimately out of bounds inside the 5. What a tremendous run there, and he was so good in the 4th quarter last week against Los Angeles. We'll see if they start featuring the run game and Cameron Artis-Payne here in the 4th quarter against the Dragons.
15 yards, longest run of the ball game. Jones, wide open. Dunbar did not get the ball across the goal line, just short, as he is stopped by Santos Ramirez and Jeremy Clark.
It was a great read, but Ramirez and Clark closed fast. There's that knee shin area, and certainly that ball well short of the goal line. Good spot here.
2nd and goal from the 1. Cameron Artis-Payne stutter steps, and it cost him. Going to lose a yard on the play. Steven Johnson there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Yeah, Landry's having to kind of scream, and now they're going to use a little tempo here. Now they've gone to the Wildcat. Look at this formation.
Sean Price, the tight end, back deep. They direct snap it, but they won't get into the end zone no matter who is finding his way trying to get it in the end zone. Kyle Cairo, the first guy there, and it will be 4th and goal.
Well, decision time for Bob Stoops. What he wants to do, I think he's going to kick it, and I don't think this is a bad decision here. Make sure you take the lead, try to take the points that you've earned. What a stand by Seattle's defense. Stoops has got to be frustrated.
We got enough guys in there.
Austin McGinnis, who's 5 for 5 on the season. This one from 19 away. 6 for 6, and Dallas takes the lead. First time all afternoon that the Renegades have been on top. They lead it here early in the 4th quarter by that field goal. We are just hours away from the most anticipated title fight in years. Deontay Wilder, 43 fights, undefeated, 41 knockouts against Tyson Fury, who's 29-0. The reason they're both undefeated, their last fight was a controversial draw. That happens 9 o'clock Eastern time tonight. Buy it on pay-per-view or the Fox Sports app.
There's Daryl Johnson, who is in the front office for this Dallas squad and very involved, and we had a chance to talk with him, our former colleague here at Fox, and he came into our meeting last night. And
he's still our colleague. You know something we don't? Or that he doesn't?
Our colleague at Fox. Just seeing him in this capacity, right?
Yes.
Exactly.
Exactly. Here's John Santiago. Lowers his head. There's flags coming out. And Santiago may get called on that one. Helmet-to-helmet hit.
It should. If there's a call here for illegal use of the helmet, it should go against Santiago. Because the defender is just in a tackle posture, and Santiago goes in and lowers his head for contact.
Holding. Return team. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down.
Yeah, they decide to call holding anyway, so it'll come back.
If I'm the replay booth, I would look at this. This is absolutely illegal use of the helmet against Santiago. He goes in as the ball carrier and initiates contact with the dip of his head directly in the crown of his helmet. That's something that they're trying to get. See that right there? I mean, and right to the head of the defender. That's certainly not only reviewable, but I feel like they should absolutely stop and take a look, which they're not going to.
And so Trey Williams gets the carry on first down, give him 5 yards.
All right, this run game, guys, Jim Zorn has done a great job moving parts around, motions, shifts, giving Silvers the opportunity to control the tempo of the game through those movements and shifts, gaining the advantage in the numbers in the run game. We'll see if he continues to do that here, even down 3.
And deep in their own territory.
Set. Go. Blue 80. Blue 80. Hut.
Movement on the right side early.
Ball start. Offense number 69. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
And that's the right tackle, William Campbell.
Second and 10. All right, here we go. Stay with 12E. Let's go flank left. 31 ace Ole, X return. You got an A check back. Do it.
On second and long, inside the 15. Silvers kind of sidearms that one and falls incomplete. Brock, you had a chance to listen in and talk to Jim Zorn before the series started.
Yeah, I did. I said, you got anything left on that call sheet? He said, I got so much we still haven't gotten to. And Joel, to your point about really establishing that run, that is awesome. But now is when you've got to pay that off.
Yeah.
Now is when you got to play action. And those linebackers, we've seen them. These guys are active, and you've got to throw behind them. They just have not gotten many of those chunk plays.
That's the problem with a false start. It puts you behind the chains. Now you have zero ability to get into the play action game. You're into a drop back game. Silvers misses, and now you're in 3rd and long.
Need to get it to the 26. Williams out of the backfield. Makes a move, and he's going to be about 2 yards short. He tried to fool the officials with the spot there, but they spotted him down.
Yeah, listen, it's a good read. That's where he's got to go with the football, but it's just excellent defense. They sunk back there at the chains, knowing that this is not the point in the field where they would go for it on 4th down. And they forced the check down, rally up, and make the tackle. And not a very good series there for Seattle. But remember now, this is a team that's got to stay on schedule. So they have the threat of the run, they can run, and then they can get to that, Brock, that play action like you just described. They were unable to do that because of that false start.
Buck Miller back to punt it to Flynn Nagel. You saw that great return by him the last time he touched the ball. And not so this time. Seattle stuffs that one right away. Santos Ramirez on the stop on special teams.
We've been harping on that run game, guys, for Dallas. And really, it's more about just committing to the running backs. You know, you see today the rush attempts, not a ton, right? 12 rushing attempts, but they've thrown them 5 receptions for Cameron Artis-Payne, 7 for Lance Dunbar. So when you look at the total touches, now you're up there in that 24 range. And I think that's more in line with what Hal Mumme is thinking about with these backs and trying to get them the touches that they need.
And they stay with the 2 backs here to start this series. Cameron Artis-Payne back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And that's how they came out in the 3rd quarter, with the 2 backs and mixing it up a little bit.
Yeah, and here's right now, they've got the numbers inside, but watch as Seattle makes the adjustments. See that safety who comes down? Guess who the unblocked player is? The safety. Great adjustment by Clayton Lopez, the defensive coordinator, bringing Jordan Martin down into the box to defend that run.
Jones, little screen pass. Dunbar went airborne and kind of ran in the back of one of his own players there, I do believe. There's Clayton Lopez.
Yeah, and Clayton's done a great job. This defense has been so good.
Ruby sniper, roll. Ruby sniper, roll. Ruby sniper, roll. Ruby sniper, roll.
Normally, you call front, then some sort of pressure if you need to, and then the coverage at the back end. Roll coverage, sniper. I would expect some sort of pressure here. You're going to roll coverage to the pressure, and it looks like right now, if I had to bet, you're going to get something off of this edge.
They got it off in time. Jones. Caught Parham. The big tight end rumbles down the sideline. 6'8" and speed. His 2nd touchdown of the half. 65 on that one.
Woo! How about the long strider? Parham goes all the way down the field.
It looks like he's loping, but it seems as though he's gaining distance along the way.
Watch as Landry Jones just floats to his left to buy enough time to allow Parham to get past the linebacker, and then he delivers that ball where high for the 6'8" tight end. And then the speed takes over. He was clocked in the low 4.6s at a pro day coming out of college. He showed maybe even a little more speed there with that long stride going all the way for a touchdown.
All right, so they go for 2 here. Dunbar, looks like he stopped short. He got it, though. One official says yes, the other says no. I don't think he got in. They'll discuss it.
The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. As a result, the try is unsuccessful. Media timeout.
Well, incomplete pass is the most interesting call they could make. Well, there's the ball that came out.
Never really controlled it. Ball hits the ground. Excellent call by the officials. But what a series for Dallas. Some fireworks for the tight end. We got a star on our hands. Donald Parham. The distance for the Renegades.
Watch the XFL action continue as Cardell Jones and the first-place DC Defenders head cross-country to take on Josh Johnson and the struggling LA Wildcats in an East-West clash. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern on FS1.
Well, the DC Defenders have looked really good all season long, and this kid right here, Donald Parham, has looked really good here in the 2nd half of this game. He's got 5 catches, 101 yards, 2 touchdowns, and that last one a 65-yard score where he just ran away from the defense.
And last week he had 5 for 76 in the tug. So, I mean, he's clearly coming into his own, and the offense is starting to learn how to use him. Landry's starting to learn how to use him. And they've done a great job of that all day long.
And so it's a 9-point ball game right now. Here's John Santiago. And keep in mind, in the XFL, you can score, and with a 3-point after, get 9.
That's right.
So this is a 1-possession game right now.
And so we were having a little discussion, and this is what's new about this league, right? Coaches, fans, everybody. You got to think about the point after attempt a little bit differently. Some thought, hey, why not go for 1 there to make it a 2-possession game and get the 10 points? But the fact of the matter is it's been a higher percentage of conversions from the 5 than the 2 so far in the XFL season. My take would be, why not go for 3, make it a 12-point game, which would mean that 2 touchdowns and 2 non-conversions would just tie you. Just something to think about. Could have gone for 3 there and made it a 12-point game.
And so Silvers and company just hoping for a score right now as somehow he got that one through there, and it was caught by Kenneth Farrell.
It's back-to-back 3-and-outs for this Seattle offense, and they have lost their rhythm, and it's so difficult to get it back, in particular when you get behind the chains. And here they are again, behind the chains. Jim Zorn having to try to create something with a play call.
Meanwhile, Dallas has scored 15 unanswered points.
Go. 280. 280. Hunt.
Silver steps up in the pocket, heaves it downfield, and incomplete. Keenan Reynolds, the intended receiver, and once again throws just a little bit short, allowing Josh Hawkins to get in there.
And Josh Hawkins continues to play well. Last week he had a pass breakup. Here he's got a pass breakup. He was an undrafted free agent back in 2016 with Green Bay. Everybody to a man said he's our best cover guy, and he shows it right there, stride for stride with Keenan Reynolds down the field. And again, behind the chains. This is not the MO for Seattle. This is not where they excel. Now Silvers is going to have to stand in there and make a big throw.
Not only third down, but third and long. Looking for the 42. Underneath. Austin Proehl, and he'll dance around, and Dallas more than happy to let him do that because they stop him far short of the first down.
Well, I think that Jim Zorn is going to go for this. I think no, he's going to punt this one away, 4th and 4, and now that's the third straight 3-and-out. Brock, they're frustrated here as a fan base watching this offense. They've lost all their rhythm.
Yeah, they are, and actually, Jim, a little frustrated, I think, too, with his quarterback. It's just urgency, Joel, right? There's something to your cadence for everything, just your sense of urgency. I'd like to see a little bit more from Brandon.
There are flags all over the place. So let's see what happens here.
I feel like you had Seattle guys down the field before the kick.
That's what I suspect it is as well.
Inels's receiver downfield, number 97 left early. 5-yard penalty, re-kick.
Yeah.
Remains 4th down.
Because if you're Dallas, you want to re-kick this. This is deep in your own territory, so now you'll have a chance.
It was a great punt, and they've fair caught it about the 10-yard line there. So a big mistake. Again, you cannot leave the line of scrimmage. You get 1-yard barrier as the punting team. So even the gunners on the outside, they've got to kind of shuffle down the line of scrimmage. And there it was the guard, number 97. That's Durant Miles, who left early and was out of there before that ball was kicked. So a real good break for Dallas, who was going to start that possession in poor field position.
Yeah, they would have started at the 9-yard line based off of where Flynn Nagel fair caught that ball. Instead, now he lets this go over his head. If it goes into the end zone, they'll spot it at the 15. That's a bad decision on Nagel's part. And a good punt by Brock Miller. And so the rule on punt plays,
by rule, the ball be placed at the 35-yard line, 1st and 10.
Oh, this actually is
great decision by Flynn Nagel. A touchback comes out to the 35.
If it bounces in bounds and then rolls into the end zone, it should be spotted at the 15. If it goes into the end zone on the fly, it should be spotted at the 35.
Well, now I'm confused. We're gonna
get Dean Blandino to help us straighten it out with these rule changes or rule differences from the 35. Head as he throws, ball comes out. Marcel Frazier with the turnover. He had the big interception for a touchdown last week.
On the field was a fumble recovered by the defense for a 1st down.
This time forced the fumble and recovers it.
Huge play again from Frazier, and that's absolutely a fumble. He was in there right away. It looks like that was some sort of little RPO, and Jones wanted to pull that ball out and get it down the field. But the problem is that you're not blocking the defensive end, and Frazier does exactly what he's supposed to do. Do not stop or hesitate. He goes right in, attacks the football, and creates another huge 4th quarter turnover. My goodness, Frazier's having a huge impact on this defense here in back-to-back weeks.
And they needed that one. Under 6.5 minutes, 3rd turnover of the day. 2 interceptions thrown by Landry Jones, and then that fumble. And this one bounces off the fingertips of K'Wan Gardner.
Ruling on the field is an incomplete forward pass. second down.
Brock, you're with a hero again.
It was the interception last week, a big one in the end zone. That one, you're right on top of the quarterback again. How?
Had to lock in. Felt like I needed to make a big play. I told number 91, I said, watch this. Went out and made it happen.
Yes, you did. Catch your breath. Good luck.
Another big turnover created by Frazier. The offense trying to take advantage, and once again, Gardner drops it.
Nice job by Silver stepping up in the pocket, dumps it out, a little bit ahead of his back. Gardner unable to bring that one in. Gardner, normally a sure-handed guy, missed practice on Monday with a little bit of a bum ankle. And the frustration mounting here offensively for Seattle, but this is certainly an area of the field where you would think like you can get 4 down, so you don't need all 10 of these yards. You get half of it, that'd be a quality play.
Evan Rodriguez, the tight end, trying to fight for yardage and doesn't get much. Asante Brown on the stop.
Trips right beta, 22 scat, levels, dragon. Number 20, you got a flat route, right? Let's go. Trips right beta, 22 scat, levels. What?
Obviously 4 down territory, down 9. Silver's too hot for Kroll, and they'll turn it over on downs after the turnover.
What a stop for Dallas. Kroll running across the middle. That's one of those passes you got to make, you got to connect on. Silvers may have just thrown this a little too hard, but Nagel's got to come up with that. You're coming across the middle. You know you're going to get hit, and you know that ball is going to be thrown hard because of the tight windows and the space in there, and all you need is that conversion. And Silver's very frustrated as he heads over to the bench.
And so Dallas survives.
New York low! New York low! New York low!
Take it back at the 27. Lance Dunbar falling on top of people, give him 5 yards on that run. And just a little housekeeping. Dean Blandino corrected it. That even though it bounced in the field of play and rolled through the end zone, it still comes out to the 35 on a punt. Had it happened on a kick, it would have gone to the 15.
Yeah, the kickoff.
So I was incorrect.
That'd be a minor touchback, but the punt, it's just anything. Goes out of bounds inside the 35, rolls into the end zone. It all comes out to the 35.
We'll all learn it together. Here's Cameron Artis-Payne. Stiff arm. Got the first down.
This is when it pays to have a veteran quarterback, because with the clock rules, it's tough to bleed the clock here in the XFL. But as much as you can, you got a guy like Landry Jones who can control things out on the field. He can control the tempo. He can control even the defensive look, where he's going with the football, whether he wants to run it or throw it. High percentage throws at that.
And he's also able to play with a sense of calm. Draw play, Lance Dunbar. Short pickup of 2.
Here's the basics, guys. If you see 2 safeties up in the middle of the field, they're going to run the football. The reason is because there's only 6 guys in the defensive front, and they've got 6 blockers with the 2 backs in the backfield and the 5 offensive linemen. You can hand one off, and you've got 6 to block 6. So if Landry sees that, he's going to be running the football. It's incumbent on those Seattle front players to get off blocks and try to make plays like they were just able to do. But this is the entire game now is in Landry Jones's hands. The tempo of the game, the play calls, whether he wants to just maybe signal for a little bit of a hot route on the outside, or a little flat route, a hitch route. And this second half has been more of what we saw from the 4th quarter of last week against Los Angeles, and now the veteran quarterback really has the game in his hands.
Yeah, they forced Seattle to use a timeout there as well. Cameron Artis-Payne cuts it back into the open field. Artis-Payne down inside Seattle territory, inside the 30-yard line. 31 yards on that run.
What a great block from Lance Dunbar in the backfield. He chopped down, looked like Frazier. Watches, he's coming across, and he's just going to get this block. Boom! And that's what allows the cutback for Artis Payne, who sees the hole. Then he explodes, and he's able to get all the way down the field. Another great block down the field by Joshua Crockett, number 11. And it's a big gain for the Renegades, who, again, back-to-back weeks now, what are they doing? Flexing a little muscle in that run game with their great running backs here in the fourth quarter for Bob Stoops.
And Jeremy Clark is the injured dragon down on the field right now, and so that'll stop the clock. And yeah, you can see maybe Renegades should just start the game at halftime from now on. I mean, the way they performed the last 2 weeks.
Well, what they're going to do is when they go back and watch this film, it'll be very similar to what they watched last week against the Los Angeles Wildcats. And they're going to think to themselves, why in the world don't we commit to running the football earlier in the game? You know, they opened up this game with 17 passes and 2 rushes on their first 19 plays. At one point in the first half, they had thrown the ball 17 straight times. So I understand it's the air raid and how Mummy wants to throw the football. They've got one of the faces of the XFL at quarterback. But, hey, guess what? It's a good offensive line.
Yeah.
And when you've got the numbers, they certainly have the ability to run the football. Right, Brock?
I think that's exactly the point. Just the demeanor, Joel, of those O-linemen, when they're not just one-dimensional and they can fire off, you have seen that change in the second half as well.
They had 9 yards rushing in the first half. They've got 80 here in the second. Plus a couple of screen plays like that to the running backs. Lance Dunbar.
And Brock, as you know, this only works if you've got unselfish running backs. And Dunbar and Artis Payne certainly seem to be unselfish. They don't care which one of them are touching it. They'll block for one another, and they're playing really well.
Yeah, I think the Houston Roughnecks receivers may be the single best personnel group that we've seen in the XFL. But second is this running back room. These guys are unselfish. They catch it, they run it, they block. They do everything that's asked, and they've been a central focus here in the second half.
And it helps them bleed the clock here as they continue. Dunbar on the run. And you wonder how much of that is helped by the fact that these are guys that have been there.
Timeout in Seattle.
And Seattle uses its
Their second and
final
timeout.
timeout. But you've got Lance Dunbar, who's played in the National Football League. You've got Cameron Artis Payne, who's played in the National Football League. And so they understand the value of not only a good running game, but being a solid teammate as well.
Well, and think about who Lance Dunbar sat behind, you know, in his career. He was behind guys like DeMarco Murray and Zeke Elliott and Todd Gurley. Cameron Artis Payne played on a team that went to the Super Bowl, in Super Bowl 50. Now, he wasn't active in that game in the Super Bowl, but he was around under Jonathan Stewart and in that room. So they've learned from pros, and they clearly have brought that pro mentality, that unselfish mentality to this Dallas team. That's something certainly Bob Stoops enjoys and preaches to the rest of his team, and he's got a great model with those running backs.
With this offensive line kind of beginning to impose their will here late in the ball game. And the left tackle move, that'll help Seattle.
Start. Offense number 70. 5-yard penalty, still third down.
Willie Beaver's second time he's been called on that today, and the 5th false start by this offensive line for Dallas.
Yeah, and Landry was trying to change the play, and again the noise affecting him. This building is loud, and the acoustics are tough on the road team. Now on 3rd and 9, I think you got to go to Parham, excuse me. He's your best weapon. He's the one that's been open most of the day. He's tight end to the top of your screen.
Big 3rd down here. Draw play, Dunbar. Gets around the edge and moves the chains. How about that run by Lance Dunbar? 10 yards on the run.
This is what happens. You only get 3 players on that side of the ball. Guess what? You got 3 offensive linemen, and they're able to get up and then just run away from the linebacker. Dunbar showing off his speed, and he gets outside and moves the chains. What a gutsy little change up from Landry Jones, who changed that play at the line of scrimmage, decided to hand it off, and it's paid off. And now we're going to find ourselves at the 2-minute warning. Wow.
That's the 2-minute warning.
And so it puts Seattle in the corner. Landry Jones hoping to be able to smile with the ball. Up by 9. 2 minutes left on the clock. Well, at halftime, the Seattle Dragons led at 12-6. In the second half, it has been all Renegades. They've scored 15 straight. Landry Jones has thrown 3 touchdown passes in this game. And right now, they're trying to run out the clock.
Yeah, Brock was right in there in their huddle, and they said, the O-line coach said, inside zone. Let our O-linemen come off the ball. No passes, inside zone. Let's win this thing.
Why wouldn't you, the way they run the ball here in the second half? Lance Dunbar doesn't want to score. Runs a little clock. Should we expect anything differently here, Brock?
No, I think you're looking at all run game, and it was kind of fun interaction. This is where Bob Stoops, head coach, D coordinator, right, that background. He looked at that clock. Seattle has no timeouts, and he told Al Mummy very clearly, we're running it, right? Like, these are all runs. We're not putting that ball in harm's way.
Yeah, they have been able to run it with either back here in the second half. Play clock inside 5. They get it off. Dunbar. Caught in the backfield. All right, so it'll bring up a key third down here.
Yeah, and what's always interesting, guys, is yes, they're thinking about the win and the clock and maybe a field goal, but there's a very interested sector of people out there that are looking at a total of 33 right now. They may or may not have thrown something on this game at 40.5, and so they need a touchdown out of this drive and a 2-point conversion if they would have bet the over. So it's just an interesting little tidbit as we're sitting at 33 right now.
Or you're thinking, don't score, don't score. Right. Depends on which side you went with. Well, they won't on this play. Cameron on his pain, caught in the backfield. Stanley Mapanga.
They've been so good in the field goal department. Austin McGinnis.
6 for 6 on the year is McGinnis, including 1 today from 19 yards out.
It looks like they're going to keep their offense on the field, but they're going to just wind this all the way down, use as much clock as they can. They'll take a timeout, and then they'll discuss.
You would assume they're going to kick it and make it a 2-possession game with less than a minute to go.
You would absolutely assume that. I feel like going for it here would be not a risk that I would assume Bob Stoops would take, in particular with McGinnis being such a quality kicker, and he has so much trust in him as well. He told us as such yesterday, and Brock, that was his whole deal. This was all about the clock, wanting to bleed it out, use the timeout, then send McGinnis out there to try to put him up 2 scores.
And wasn't it fun yesterday sitting down with Bob, you know, who came back to football after some years away, and he said, you know, losing was no fun week 1. Winning a whole lot better. But, you know, that just feel of winning for these head guys. And no one won more games at Oklahoma in his 18 years. Nobody, no other Sooner coach has. He loves to win, and you can feel it down here. I mean, he is into this game. He's into managing it, and there's no question he's into this side of it, winning it.
Well, if McGinnis can put this through, this will help him get a little bit closer to going to 2-1. From 33 yards out. And McGinnis remains perfect on the season. 7 for 7. More importantly, it's now a 12-point game, which means 2 possessions with only 44 seconds left.
And even into that north end zone, Brock, I mean, you're from around here. You know how difficult it is to kick into that north end zone, and he just put it right through the middle.
Yeah, perfect. And Coach Stoops told us that yesterday. Coach, how nice is it to have a kicker as effective as yours?
Both our punter, Drew, and then Austin, our field goal kicker, they're outstanding. Really do a great job.
And I saw the old defensive coach run in that huddle and say, we're not throwing it, right? It is going to be nothing but runs.
Just eat it up, and knew he's so good. Give him a chance to kick it and put us up a few scores.
Thanks, Coach.
A smiling Bob Stoops on the sideline.
And to a man, Brock, I thought it was interesting, Kurt, you know, you bring up that smile. all the guys that we know were with him at Oklahoma, like Landry Jones, even Chris Woods, the defensive coordinator, they said all to a man. I asked him, what's the difference in Bob here and Bob then? And they said, oh, he's having so much more fun here. Well, he's having fun. He's smiling.
And Joel, I saw him twice this year. We had a couple Oklahoma games in Norman. He came into our booth, and I didn't even know who he was because of that smile. I never saw that when he was coaching. Yeah, he is enjoying what he's doing. There's no question.
Okay, so this one bounced in the field of play.
Yeah, that's a great kick. This one's coming out to the 15.
Yes.
So this is the minor touchback variety from the kickoff, and a great kick and a nice little celebration over there from the kicker as well.
The ball bounced through the end zone. The ball will be placed at the 15-yard line. First down.
That's the little innovations that I'm talking about, right? So listen, you're playing with fire a little bit, but with 2 possessions, you've got a little bit of cushion. So what does McGinnis do? He goes out there and he says, okay, I'm going to try to hit a line drive away from the returner and bounce him into the end zone to get him to start at the 15-yard line, and he executes. So those are the little nuances now that you're starting to see, and you see how happy he is. He's more happy about the kickoff and a minor touchback than he is the field goal.
Well, and Stoops was just bragging about how good his kicker is. That showed. Silvers. That's Trey Williams. Gets out of bounds to stop the clock. So this will take a miracle. Down by 12, they'd have to score and get the ball back at least once more.
That's right.
No matter what they do in the conversion.
So all you have to do if you're Dallas here is not allow the explosive play. And so you've got to be deeper than the deepest and make sure that you're trying to present some pressure in the quarterback's face as well.
Here comes some of that pressure. Silvers throws it out to Alonzo Moore underneath. Moore out across the 30. It'll be a first down, but the clock will start up again as soon as they spot the ball and then run 5 seconds off the play clock.
There's Chris Woods, defensive coordinator. His defense did a heck of a job today.
And you can see he's saying, just get back, just get back.
Yep.
Hey, back up. Sticks, guys, sticks. Sticks. Good. You stay back.
21 A's. Oh, ready? Hey,
meaning stay behind the first down marker.
That's right.
Let him catch anything in front of you.
Bingo, go.
Austin Prohl gets the first down, but that'll take us down to the final seconds.
What a performance from Dallas. And again, it's almost a carbon copy, right?
Yeah.
Just okay through the first 2-3 quarters of play, and then it's the Cameron Artis-Payne, Lance Dunbar show in the 4th quarter. Those guys end up going over the 30 mark as far as touches between them, whether it's receiving the football and some pressure there from Dallas to close this thing out, and the Renegades going to get their second win, and the team that everyone thought was going to be one of the favorites in this league starting to play like an XFL favorite under Bob Stoops. Suffocating defense, some explosions on offense, great play from their tight end, and then ultimately just closing it out with great running back play.
A lot of help from a lot of places. The tight end, Parham, 101 yards, 2 touchdowns receiving. Cameron Artis-Payne, 80 rushing, 30 receiving, so 110 total yards. And then Landry Jones, he said he thought he got off to a slow start. He threw a couple of picks, but he also threw 3 touchdown passes, and he's standing by with Brock Hewitt.
Well, Landry, you've been real transparent over these 2 weeks, right? Just and you told us you didn't feel great, maybe start a little bit slow, but man, you got it going once again. How?
I don't know. Maybe we should just play the second half and just throw as many picks as I can in the first half and then come out there. I have no idea. I don't know. We won, so that's all that matters.
Well, it sure looks like you're having a blast, though, just managing the game. As much communication as you get to have with all these mics and everything else, how much fun just running the show?
It's great. Hal has been awesome. Let me give me the freedom to do a lot of different stuff up there. And so I think that really helps us out, especially at the line of scrimmage. The offensive line did great. I kind of jacked with a little bit on the snap count some of those times, but we won, so that's all that matters.
You said to us yesterday, Dallas is now home, right? Your wife's probably watching, your 3 kids. Yep. Life's a little different now with everybody at home and your kids watching. Anything you'd like to say to the kiddos back home?
Hey guys, love you guys, miss y'all. Whit, you're holding it down. I'm so proud of you. Couldn't have a better wife. Love you.
Right on. Thanks, Landry.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
His wife Whitney was an athlete at Oklahoma as well. They've got a 3-year-old, 2-year-old, and a 4-month-old. So Landry may sleep on the plane just a little bit because when he gets home, it's back to work. It'll be a victorious plane ride as they get the victory 24-12 over Seattle. Back to wrap things up from the Emerald City after this. Week 3 on Saturdays wrapped up here, but tomorrow it continues. ESPN has the New York Guardians and St. Louis Battlehawks at 3, and then at 6 on FS1 it's the DC Defenders and the LA Wildcats. DC trying to remain unbeaten. Dallas goes to 2-1, 24-12. They get the win today here in Seattle. Joel Klatt, your thoughts?
Well, that Houston team, this Dallas team, ever since Landry Jones got back and they started featuring those running backs, I tell you what, man, that rhythm for this Renegades team, and then credit to the defense as well, Kurt. The last 4 possessions for Seattle, 0 first downs. So they get the win, Dallas covers, and if you had the under, congratulations.
You're feeling pretty good right now. So are the Renegades. They go to 2-1. For Joel Klatt, Brock here, and our entire Fox Sports crew, I'm Kurt Menefee saying so long. We will catch you next Saturday here on Fox and tomorrow on FS1 for more XFL action.